the stadium, lights so bright we can't sit still. Hot dogs and a cold chill, we go wild just for the thrill. Cheerleaders doing their dance, crowd in a football trance. Friends and beers in every hand, living life like we planned. Let's step and go, we won't slow down in this wild football show. Let's step and go, we'll make some noise in this big crowd we know.
Ladies and gentlemen, what is going on? It is officially Week 8. It is Week 8 of the NFL season. We are creeping up on the midway point of the year, and right now these two teams are looking to go head-to-head right here. The Minnesota Vikings, let's update this actually. They are 3-3 coming in here at 500. Meanwhile, the Chargers are 4-3, and they are in second place in their division. So, we've got a really good matchup right now. This is anybody's game today. I think a lot of people are leaning towards the LA Chargers. Most of the betting websites that I've checked out have the Chargers favored for 3 points right now. But keep in mind, guys, and this is true facts right now, Carson Wentz has never lost on Thursday Night Football ever in his career. He's 7-0 on Thursday Night Football, so he's no stranger to big games. Couple of players going to be absent for both sides, something we're going to have to talk about. We've got about 45 minutes until kickoff. What's going on with you guys in the chat, though? Omar is in the house. Tuna, the fish, is in the house. Robert Samora, what's going on, my friend? Earth Citizen, ready same day, has been checking in. He's been learning. What's up, Ready Same Day? I read those comments out there, big dog. What's going on, my friend? We've got Young Sniper in the house. Aviation Fun for All is in the house. Timestamp saying, speak of the devil. What's going on, Gary? What's going on, Roy? Thank you for checking in. Curtis and Brian and TM as well. Ollie Starr, Living Like Larry, Danny Williams. What is up, ladies and gentlemen? Couple quick things I need to do really quick. I was getting that weird feedback in my headphones again, so I had to reset my application. I will have to get my graphic overlay set up for when the game actually starts here. But again, plenty of time until kickoff. We can get all of that adjusted once we go through our pregame here. David Bonds, welcome back, my friend. Super Dave is in here. Steve is back for more. What up, Steve? By the way, got JJ Sword is in the house. What up, man? Mad Max, let's go. Escrow checking in. Troy Morgan. All right, guys. Not just the usual suspects today, but we've got some new, not newbies. I don't want to call you guys newbies right now, but good to see y'all here at the start of these live streams. Good to see y'all here at the start of these live streams. Okay, let's go through our pregame breakdown then while we've got you here. About 40 minutes until kickoff, we'll start by taking a look at the away team. So the Minnesota Vikings are on the road, and we know that the Minnesota Vikings have had to deal with issues at quarterback since, honestly, last year. They picked up J.J. McCarthy last year. J.J. McCarthy goes down, misses the entire season in 2024. Sam Darnold fills in for him, has an amazing year in 2024. Justin Jefferson continued to eat. Addison did just fine. All the players offensively for this Minnesota Vikings team, as long as they were healthy, they were producing offensively and defensively. They were honestly even better than where they are right now. Where I'm heading into this is it's a repeat of 2024. Same situation, different player. So not Sam Darnold filling in for J.J. McCarthy, who's out right now. Instead, it's Carson Wentz. Carson Wentz has been the guy before. Is he the guy now? That remains to be seen. The Minnesota Vikings are 3-3 with Carson Wentz having played, 3 or 4 of those games? We'll double-check that number right now. But point being is there's no identity at quarterback right here for the Minnesota Vikings. Offensively, they don't know who they are right now. Obviously, Justin Jefferson is there. Jordan Addison is there. And Thielen has come back to the team, but he is dust. The running back situation is a little bit different because obviously Adrian Peterson is long gone for the Minnesota Vikings. Instead, now we've got a combination of Jordan Mason and Aaron Jones Sr., who has looked every bit of that senior part in his name. Credit Santino for that joke. And there's just not a whole lot to get really excited about for this Minnesota Vikings offense yet again this year. If they produce well, it's good that they produce well, but nobody's really expecting Minnesota's offense to just explode. Can this team win games? Yeah, that's why they are 500 right now, but they're looking to leave this game above 500 for sure. Points per game, we can look at the numbers. They are 15th in the NFL. And this actually should be a different color, but that's okay. Points per game, 15th in the NFL, 24.2 points per game is what they are averaging. We look at yards per game, yards per play, third down efficiency, all towards the bottom half of the table here. So literally bottom half once you get to 17 out of 32 possible teams, 17th is bottom half. Offensively, nothing to get excited about. Red zone efficiency, 52, almost 53%. It is what it is. Not sure who's going to win, says Omar Lynch. Well, there's a lot of question marks on both sides, which is why we are going through this pre-game breakdown with you guys. Gary, what's going on? Dan Wisley saying, bolt up, man. I see you. Emmanuel Rivera checking in. Wesley saying, bolt up. Okay, Wesley sharing the love there at SoFi. In case you didn't know, he's an LA Rams fan, and obviously they share that stadium. Doesn't matter. Maybe matters. Might come up during the trivia quiz today. Okay, welcome to the First Down as well. Looks like Danny Williams became a First Down channel member. Appreciate that, bro. Fist bumps to you, my friend. Love it. Okay, okie dokie, artichoke. Defense, points per game, yards per play, top 10 in every category. And points per game allowed, yards per game allowed, and yards per play allowed. Very few teams are giving up less points than this Minnesota Vikings defense, which is a good thing. Giving up 20 points per game, meanwhile, they're putting up 24. We'll see where this does land today against this LA Chargers team with Justin Herbert obviously healthy. Most of the weapons offensively are healthy if you exclude the offensive line, which offensive line is definitely not healthy for the Chargers. But again, we will get to that momentarily. The defense, though, pretty solid. Definitely a top 10 defense here in the Minnesota Vikings when you look at them statistically. Inside the red zone, they are giving up a success rate at just 47% to opposing offenses. And on third downs, very few teams are having success on third downs against the Minnesota Vikings. But the Vikings will be missing a few players on defense. Why don't we go through the personnel here really quick? A couple players who were questionable, a couple players who are now listed as out. Before we start this game, let's take a look at the offense. So, personnel coming into this one here. J.J. McCarthy was listed as questionable coming into the game. He is actually still technically listed as questionable. They did not rule J.J. McCarthy out, but Carson Wentz will be the starter. Then Max Brosmer if something were to happen. And then if needed, J.J. McCarthy will actually be available on the roster today. Jordan Mason going to be your main running back here for this Minnesota Vikings team. Behind him, Xavier Scott, Aaron Jones, both of them listed as questionable. Let's refresh this on ESPN and see if they've updated that. They are both available. So, Jordan Mason, good to go. That's good news for the Minnesota Vikings offense. Aaron Jones, also available. Welcome back, Aaron Jones. He is going to help contribute to this Minnesota Vikings offense, especially in two running back formations, whether they've got, a running back on either side. We'll see how they decide to dial this up. Now, the players that you guys are interested in, it could be Carson Wentz, right? It could be Jordan Mason. By the way, I may or may not have played a lot of underdog picks today. I definitely played a lot of underdog picks today. And I think that this should be a pretty solid game for a few key players here for this Minnesota Vikings offense. One of them being Justin Jefferson, guys, who's just 40 yards away from a record right now in the NFL, becoming the fastest player of all time to get to 8,000 yards. 40 yards away, fastest all time to get to 8,000. I think Justin Jefferson will get to that 8,000 today. I think he will pick up those 40 yards. I think he'll have more than 40 yards, and I think he's overdue for a touchdown. Just one touchdown on the year receiving for Justin Jefferson. I think today could be the day that he gets that category taken care of. Jordan Addison has also been producing a lot since coming back, y'all. He came back and quickly he's put up 283 yards. Check this out, guys. 2 out of the last 3 games played here. 2 out of the last 3 games here for Jordan Addison, he's gone over 100 receiving yards. Against the Pittsburgh Steelers, 114 receiving yards, and against the Philadelphia Eagles, 128 receiving yards. So Jordan Addison also going to be a big focal point for this team. TJ Hawkinson, probably the third option as far as pass catchers go, my friend. TJ Hawkinson over here, 186 receiving yards on the year, 1 receiving touchdown. Would like to see Hawkinson also eat as well. Taking a quick look at the conversation in the chat saying Jordan Mason is going to do what Jonathan Taylor did last week. Let's see if that happens, Danny Williams. Monteclavo checking in saying hello, Mario. What's going on, Monteclavo? I see, looks like Owl on the Prowl has checked in. Ernesto Tonight saying let's go football. I see you, Ernesto. SMC in the house. We got Donald Taylor checking in right now as well. Super Dave, I appreciate you, man. Hope your channel takes off like a Falcon 9 rocket. I hope so too, man. I hope so too. Soon enough, my friend. Lucinda is in the house. Hello to the gorgeous Lucinda. What's going on? I hope you're doing well out there. We got Papa Lock. Pop, lock, and drop it. Drummer Boy checking in. Joseph in the house. Freedom Boom is in the house. And Suri is checking in. Thank you for checking in, Suri. Okay, guys. Thanks for being here. 205 Wild. I'm the 100th like. Hey, we already got 100 likes. I like it. I can dig it, bro. I can dig it. So these are your offensive players. Let's run through this one more time. Carson Wentz, quarterback 1. Jordan Mason, running back 1. Justin Jefferson, wide receiver 1. You'll have Jordan Addison and Jalen Naylor as your other 2 starting wide receivers out there. We could see a combination of Miles Price and Adam Thielen, but the wide receiver depth has kind of dwindled a little bit here for the Minnesota Vikings outside of their starters. We take a look at the tight end position. Don't want to forget about TJ Hawkinson out there. Yes, Hawk out there for sure. And then, of course, the offensive line. Left tackle, Christian Darrisaw. We've got Donovan Jackson at left guard. Michael Juergens at center. Will Fries going to be your right guard. Brian O'Neill was listed as questionable coming into today's game. Brian O'Neill has officially been ruled out. We will see Justin School out there instead. Offense for the Vikings. Got it, feeling good. Any bets made out there, man? Any bets made out there? I'm telling you what, dude, I do actually have a good feeling about Carson Wentz today. I had a gut feeling right here. Now, I'm just some guy on the internet. Always make your own decisions. But something is telling me that there's a fire brewing. Something tells me that this could end up being an unnecessary shootout here on Thursday Night Football. Let's take a look at the defense. Most of this defense is healthy. 1 key player missing. It'll be your strong side linebacker and Andrew Van Ginkel. I don't think that's going to affect the Minnesota Vikings all that much, and I do believe that this Vikings defense will also create a lot of problems for the Chargers today because already the amount of times that Justin Herbert's been sacked this season is already alarming. Like, that in and of itself is a major concern, but with the offensive line beat up as bad as they are, guys like Jonathan Allen, guys like Jonathan Greenard, Javon Hargrave, who is going to be out here as well, Jalen Redmond, who's going to be out here as well, these guys can still get the job done and still get to the quarterback. I think the Vikings defense could have some success as well, even though I do still think that the Chargers are going to win this game. I do think that the Chargers will win this game by a field goal. The 3-point spread seems fair to me. Let's walk through these defensive players. Jonathan Allen at left defensive end. Jalen Redmond at nose tackle. Javon Hargrave at right defensive end. Your linebackers, Jonathan Greenard on the weak side. Left inside linebacker, Blake Cashman. Eric Wilson at right inside linebacker. And Dallas Turner in place of Andrew Van Ginkel. I see Val, her 10th super ever on a live stream. What's going on, Val? Thank you for checking in, and thank you for that super chat. Some hot tea for you, some hot tea for me. Cheers to that. Okay. Okie dokie, guys. Left corner, right corner. On the left side, Isaiah Rodgers. On the right side, Byron Murphy Jr. You'll have Joshua Metellus as your free safety, and your strong safety going to be Harrison Smith. This defense has some pretty solid names on it, and last season they weren't just good, they were great. This season, areas where they have been good, areas where they have been great, it does feel like the Vikings defense took a small step backwards, but it doesn't help when your offense can't sustain a drive and your defense is always gassed. So we'll see how Carson Wentz performs today, but we did just break down defense, offense, and stats here for the Minnesota Vikings. We've got about 30 minutes until kickoff, so let's take a quick look here at the home team and do the same. So I do like the Los Angeles Chargers to win this division right now. And the Broncos have a game that they've got against the Dallas Cowboys. The Chargers are right behind the Denver Broncos. If the Broncos drop the game to Dallas and the Chargers win this one, they could be at the top of the table in their division. They could be at the top of the table in their division, which, by the way, let's go ahead and bring up some of these standings here. We'll bring up standings scrolling by at the bottom of the screen. This has been updated today. If you find any mistakes out there, please let me know. Points per game. Offensively, though, only putting up 21 points per game. We look at yards per game. They are getting a lot of yards, but they are not. Cam Dicker has been put to work for sure. We got to find more touchdowns here. Looking for more touchdowns, looking for more points per game for this Chargers offense. Third down efficiency, very, very good, which we took a look just moments ago at the third down efficiency of the Minnesota Vikings, which is second best in the NFL, versus this third down conversion rate at 46%, which is good for fourth in the NFL. Unstoppable force, immovable object, one of those situations. The issue, and it goes back to points per game, is the red zone, guys. This Chargers team needs to find a way to score, and they are severely undermanned. They do not have Najee Harris anymore. He's done for the season. And Omarion Hampton is on IR. It has gotten to the point, and I read some reports, someone can go out there and double-check me on this right here, but I'm like 99% sure that these Chargers went out and picked up, they signed Dalvin Cook. Yes, Dalvin Cook, who could be getting a revenge game today here if they've elevated him up from the practice squad. I actually don't see him. They've got Kamani Vidal and Naeem Hines right now as first and second. Hassan Haskins also listed as out. Omarion Hampton on IR. Running back depth so thin that they've gone through last resorts out here. Now, this means this game, in order for the Chargers to win the way I am predicting, it's going to be a Justin Herbert game. Either that or Kamani Vidal is going to bust open a lot of people's parlays. Either that or Kamani Vidal is going to be an absolute hero. Or it could come down to Derwin James and the Chargers defense. Offensively, though, 20th in the league, a couple of areas where it's good, one area where it's terrible, 41% success rate in the red zone. You got to imagine that Harbaugh is talking to his team about finishing these drives. We'll see what we see tonight. Looking at the defense here, guys, defensively, they're giving up more points than they score. On average, one game where they gave up a ton, right? But we look at yards per game. We look at yards per play. 13th in the league when it comes to yards per play allowed. That's not bad. You're putting up 372, giving up 315. Red zone efficiency defensively has been pretty good. It's a 50-50 split right here. You can do with that information what you would like to do with that information. But I'm telling you, if you get nothing else out of this, guys, if you get nothing else out of this defense will make a red zone stop. They will give up yardage. I do believe that Reichert is going to get his field goals in today. I do believe that Reichert is going to get his field goals in today. I do believe there's going to be some area, just looking at this, there will be some area where the Vikings can take advantage of it, and I think we're going to get a good game that goes left and goes right and gets pulled back and forth. I think that's what we're going to get right now. Vikings win, bad prediction. You want to fix? Haha, JK. Vikings win, bad prediction. So, Stevie, are you saying that you believe the Vikings win, or are you saying that the Vikings winning would be a bad prediction? Which one of those is it? Let's take a quick look here at the personnel that these Chargers have to deal with. So, Chargers. Obviously, they're missing some issues here. Joe Alt, let's refresh this. I'm pretty sure he's been listed as available for today, so that's good, but is he 100%? That's the biggest question for me. Is this offensive line going to be able to hold? We saw that Slater went down. As soon as Slater went down, everyone was like, oh, the Chargers O-line is done. They're cooked. They're completely done. I don't think they're completely done. We normally don't start with the offensive line here. We normally start with the quarterback situation, but I think the fact that Joe Alt has been ruled as available for this game is a huge step forward for this Chargers offense. Joe Alt, the starting left guard. Zion Johnson, left tackle. Zion Johnson, the starting left guard. At center, going to be Bradley Bozeman. You'll have Mekhi Becton out there as your right guard, and Trey Pipkins the third. Not the normal starting lineup here. Again, Rashawn Slater would be on this side, and Joe Alt would be on the other side where Pipkins is, but he managed to slide over, and it's all kind of seemed to work out for the Chargers here. Coming into this game, once again, they are 4-3. They are above 500. They'd like to keep it that way by the end of today. Justin Herbert is going to be the starting quarterback for this unit. And when we look at the numbers for Justin Herbert, guys, get this. We've seen a lot of different players hit the number one list so far, but it's official. Heading into this week, right now, today, Thursday, for Week 8 Thursday Night Football, the first game, Justin Herbert leads the NFL in passing yards. 1,913 passing yards is first in the NFL. He's got 13 passing touchdowns, which is good for top 6 in the league, and 6 interceptions. You know, nobody's perfect, but Justin Herbert has been pretty good. Kimani Vidal, this is going to be his first chance to really shine here. And I'm wondering if he will have the chutzpah, if he's got the spine for it, if he's got the back for it, if he's got the visibility for it, being the undersized back that he is. You guys know me on this channel. I say it all the time. I'm not a fan of the undersized running backs, although some of them have been pretty impressive, like the Cam Scadaboos out there. Kyron, I would even put as a slightly undersized back. Maybe James Cook, slightly undersized. I prefer bigger backs like the Christian McCaffreys, like the Derrick Henrys out here. Kimani Vidal, undersized. He is 5'8" at that. So you do what you will with that information. He is still built like an absolute tank. 215 at 5'8". You don't want to get. He's a bowling ball out there. So he can definitely take out a couple players. We will see how he does today. Kimani Vidal going to be out there. Another interesting player that I think we got to talk about right now. Another interesting player that we definitely got to talk about right here is Oronde Gadsden. Because Oronde Gadsden is going to probably get fed a lot of targets here tonight as well. You guys may not be recognizing this game, but he's part of the reason that Justin Herbert has been as successful as he has been. Of these 1,900 yards, over 300 of them have gone to this man right here at the tight end spot. You don't know? You better recognize number 86 going to be running around out there on the field. He does already have a receiving touchdown as well. Top pass catchers today for Justin Herbert. Looks like the lineup is all good to go. Ladd McConkey. I know a lot of you fantasy owners are probably upset at where you drafted Ladd McConkey, considering that Quentin Johnston has been, both Quentin Johnston and Keenan Allen have been producing more fantasy points than Ladd McConkey. But if you're a Chargers fan through and through and you say forget about fantasy football, you are elated by the wide receiver core that you currently have. Really solid wide receiver group here for the LA Chargers. I do think that they can get sparks to fly. I think a part of it, though, is going to come down to how well this offensive line holds up, and can Vidal/Hines get any yardage out here, because they don't have Najee Harris or Omarion Hampton. Is there enough happening in this engine room to get the other pieces to fire today? And if not, can the defense do enough to keep them in the game? Now, the last time we covered the Chargers defense, they were missing a few players. I'm looking at it right now, and it looks like everyone should be more or less good defensively here for the starters. They do have Otito Ogbonia, probably going to be the only one out, the right defensive end. But taking a look at it, looks like Justin Eboigbe, that's it. Justin Egboigbe going to be your left defensive end. Tier Tart going to be your nose tackle. Right defensive end, Naquan Jones. Tui Tuipulotu, Samoan man over here as your weak side linebacker. Dion Henley going to be your left inside linebacker. Denzel Perriman going to be your right inside linebacker. And Khalil Mack is back. The Mack attack is back, ladies and gentlemen. We'll see how healthy Khalil Mack is. I think keeping the players healthy is going to be the biggest thing here. So there are 2 players who are listed out on this defensive line now that I'm looking at it. Deshaun Hand, normally your starting left defensive end. Yeah, Deshaun Hand is actually out. That's why I fumbled on that one a little bit here. And again, Otito Ogbonia, normally the right defensive end. So 2 defensive players. Another reason why I think that Carson Wentz could cook today. But don't get too excited because there are some guys, mostly on this side right here. Derwin James, a team captain, and at your corner here, Cam Hart. You'll have on the other side Dante Jackson and Elijah Molden as your corner and safety on the left side there as well. Abin, thank you for checking in. Low. I'm going Quentin Johnston over Worthy. Someone slap me if I'm wrong. I don't think you're too wrong, 1, 2, 3, foe. That's not a terrible. I don't know, man. I really do like what Johnston has been bringing to the table here. Okay, so we've got about 15 minutes until kickoff, guys. Couple things. Todd Tier saying slap. Wentz cooking. As a Colts fan, I can take offense to that, LOL. Hey, man, I think Giants fans, that's so funny you say that. He says, as a Colts fan, I can take offense to that. How do you think Giants fans feel right now with Daniel Jones doing what Daniel Jones is doing? I mean, bro. By the way, we're covering the Colts next week in Week 9. Week 9 schedule is already out. You can find it on the website, footballnationusa.com. You can find it on footballnationusa.com. Quick shout out to those of you who are here. We did add some new names to the list right now, so if your name is new, listen up because these are the folks that we've got to shout out today. Shout out to our VIP channel members, everyone at the top of the board here. We got Brandy, Chi-Town Joe, Courtney, Denise, Felipe, Gary, JT, Mr. Hines, Lou Hefner, Mike G. Lott, Purple Pixie Lorinda. We got Robert Zamora, Spartan Knoll, new name on the house right here. We got T Fishes, Tommy Max, and Val and her crazy good life. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for your continued support month in and month out, man. You guys, thank you. Thank you guys so much. That's an official shout out here. Guys, please, if you see these names out there in the chat, give them love, show them some respect. Shout-outs to everyone here at the touchdown level as well. The list got longer here. I don't know if I'm going to sit here and run through all of these. Touchdown, thank you guys. Y'all are still on the front page out here, but big shout-outs to our VIP channel members. I will always call these names out so long as you guys continue to help out. Okay, if your name is on here at all, thank y'all very, very much. A couple of new names did just make it onto this board, like Thomas Armstrong and Unknown, but a couple of ones that have been here for a long time. Also, Debashi Shengupta. I saw your name pop in here as well, man. Thank you so much. But yes, thank you to all of the people on this list, guys. The list continues to grow, and it's not just the VIP channel members. The First Down channel members also grew a little bit here in this list. We've got like 10 or 11 of y'all who are about to hit that 3-month mark here next month. So this list also getting longer. First Down channel members, if you see anybody out here who is dropping any of our custom emojis for today, whether that is your skull or whether it's your bolts, that's how you know that they are a channel member. Thank you guys for your continued support as well. Okay, guys, this is everyone who's been with us for at least 90 days at First Down, by the way. I know a lot of y'all are probably looking to see your name. Again, a couple of y'all will be on this list next week, literally. But right now, this is full 90 days, everyone who's been at First Down or more. Thank you, guys. Appreciate y'all. Okay, let's get into the quarterback comparison. Carson Wentz didn't get to play every game this season, and that's okay. That's okay for Carson Wentz. Let's go back into this and break down some of his numbers. Carson Wentz this season has played a total of 4 games. In those 4 games, he's actually 3-1. He's actually 2-2. I'm taking a look at this right now. Hang on. He's actually 2-2. 4 games, he's 2-2. They got the win on the 21st of September versus the Cincinnati Bengals. That was with against the toothless Cincinnati Bengals. They lost to the Pittsburgh Steelers. They got the win against the Cleveland Browns in the Dublin game, and they got the win against the Dublin game was the 28th. The London game was against the Browns, and then they lost to the Philadelphia Eagles just last week. But that being said, honestly, man, I'm taking Justin Herbert 10 times out of 10. You guys can take a look at these numbers. I'm over here rambling right now. Can you do the 999 challenge during the World Series? What is that, 9 beers in 9 innings? Is that something like that? Because I'm not doing that. Nope. No, sir. I don't know what the 999 challenge is, but not happening, dude. My kidneys and my liver will thank me for declining if it's anything to do with booze. Okay. Taking a look at this right here. Passing yards, rushing yards, all advantages for Justin Herbert. And even if you factored in those 2 additional games right now, even if you factored in the 2 additional games for Carson Wentz, it wouldn't even hold a candle to Justin Herbert this season. 13 total touchdowns. He does have 6 interceptions. Slightly higher here on the completion percentage, though. He has been bagged many more times, and that's one of my big concerns coming into tonight. Will this Vikings defense do what they do and get to Justin Herbert today? I do think that that's going to be a problem. I do think that Justin Herbert will eat grass twice. We'll go with 2 times today. Justin Herbert should get sacked at least twice by this Minnesota Vikings defense. This defense, 16 sacks on the season. By the way, 17 sacks on the season. That's the difference between these 2 teams. One difference in 1 sack. Both teams should have success defensively. Both of them with 3 yellows and 2 light greens. We'll take a look at this. You guys can decide what you value more. Yards allowed per game. The Chargers giving up 315. The Vikings giving up 301. Does that really matter all that much? Maybe not. Rushing yards allowed per game. Chargers give up 123. Vikings give up 117. Does that matter all that much? Probably not. We look at the passing yards allowed per game. 192 allowed for the Chargers. 184 allowed here for the Vikings. Does that matter all that much? You see where we're going here? Turnovers forced, they are tied, and the difference in sacks is literally 1. These are the same defenses going head-to-head with one another. Offensive lines look a little bit different for both teams. The pieces are – this is just – I don't know, man. This is such a close game to call. This is such a close game to call when you look at the numbers from that standpoint. About 10 minutes until kickoff, folks. We got about 10 minutes until kickoff. What's going on, Michael Walters? Looks like Charles Moore is in the house. David is checking in right now. He's saying Vikings 23, Chargers 26. Super Dave, Mr. Wilson, Sport from Heaven, saying it's like a mirror. Honestly, man, it really is pretty close. Let's take a look here at the running game comparison. Running game comparison, and it got worse here for the Chargers, of course, in the absence of their 2 running backs. Again, no Najee Harris and no Omarion Hampton. So if you're in the middle of this game thinking, why aren't they running the ball? That's why. At some point, the Chargers are going to abandon the run, and we will see the rushing attempts per game drop to under 23, which is where they're at. Also has seemed to be the case here for the Minnesota Vikings. This could be a more balanced game just based off of the 2 defenses being exactly the same. But rushing yards per game, guys, again, not a big difference here. Vikings putting up 103 rushing yards. The Chargers putting up 111. advantage there in total rushing yards. We'll give that to the Chargers. But we look at rushing touchdowns per game, and they cannot get inside. They can't score inside the red zone. They are second to last in the NFL. The Chargers are second to last in the NFL at scoring inside the red zone. That could hurt them today. Meanwhile, that's one area where the Vikings' rushing game is much better. Jordan Mason, not exactly a veteran, but not a rookie either, like Kamani Vidal. And honestly, we know that Aaron Jones is an absolute stud, and he's coming back from injury right now. We'll see if this is a get-right game for him or if he's going to come out guns a-blazing. But we will find out soon enough if they will score a rushing touchdown today. Rushing yard percentage. The Chargers, you're about to see the numbers change right here. Let's take a look at the numbers real quick for the wide receivers. Okay, wide receivers. Chargers, you'll notice that they have the most receiving yards out here, second to most. It's interesting how this works out when you've got the number one most passing yards in the NFL versus the receiving yards out here. Probably a glitch in the matrix. Penalties make a change. But, bro, the Chargers about to blow them out, says Tread. Let's see, Tread. Let's see. 7 minutes until kickoff, says DJ Gene. 7 minutes until kickoff. I call out Major League Baseball. Y'all send me $300. Dodgers win Game 4. Mike, what are you talking about, my friend? What on earth are you talking about? We got Jesus Santiago in the house. Jesus Santiago Romo Concha saying, go Chargers. What up, Jesus? What up, my friend? Courtney is with us. What up, Courtney? Imperfect Bob also with us. What up, Imperfect Bob? More like a lack of confidence in their offenses. More like a lack of confidence in their offenses against their defenses. Well, can you blame? I think passing the ball, there's a ton of confidence here. I think Justin Herbert finally has a head coach in Harbaugh that can figure things out. I think the Chargers have arguably the better coaching. Nothing against Kevin O'Connell, but I love Harbaugh. I like the style of football that they play. Problem is do they have the personnel? They might have the coaching, but do they have the personnel with the absences that they have on both offense and defensive sides of the football? Justin Jefferson should be good for some yardage today. Again, he is 40 yards away. JJ is 40 yards away from becoming the fastest player ever to 8,000 receiving yards. This man, he will be available. He will be on the field. It is Thursday Night Football, and I'm fired up for it. Let's see. We got Midnight Toker. I'm a joker. I'm Midnight Toker. What's going on, man? Earl saying 6 to 7 minutes now, guys. Okay. Think the Chargers will win, says Chris. Okay, guys, let's take a look over here. About 1,000 votes, about 700 votes right now. Who will win, Vikings or Chargers? Most of you guys are going with the Chargers. Do we really feel like that's going to be the case? Super Dave saying bolt up. What's up, Super Dave? Bolt up, my friend. Chargers win or nah? It's going to be a close one, guys. It's going to be a close one. Charles Moore asking which team is favored to win this game. Well, after looking at all those stats, Charles, who do you favor to win this game? Equios saying, let's go Chargers, bolt TF up. Let's effing bolt up. What's going on, Equios? Final score 6-7, says Rob Berg. Oh, my gosh. 27-6 Chargers. Big Norm checking in. Come on, man. The Vikings win easy. Richard saying, I'm here, new to the show. Thank you for checking in, Richard. Welcome to Football Nation. Wentz was great. Was great. Purple Cup? No, nothing to do with the Vikings. It is a purple cup. Although, I don't know if my wife is colorblind, but she would say that this is blue. Clearly purple. Not. I should just show her this. Is this blue, or are you telling me that the Vikings are blue? That's pretty funny. My wife always tells me that this cup is blue. It's not blue. I'm not crazy. Okay. Enough with all of that, guys. Let's talk about the next games coming up on this channel. Here we are about 3 minutes away from kickoff right now. Release the NBA files. says Mr. Wilson. Yeah, did you guys catch that about Chauncey Billups getting involved in some sort of giant gambling ring that was run by, like, Al Capone's people? I don't know, dude. Some crazy rumors out there in the NBA. You should check that out. Go ahead and tell her that, and it'll be your new hat, says Lucinda. Probably right. Okay, so Week 8, guys, you'll notice that there are 6 teams on bye. The Lions bye week. We've got, looks like, the Seahawks, the Raiders, the Jaguars, the Cardinals, and the Rams all taking the week off. It's time for them to get a break. That's why tonight for Thursday Night Football, we've got Chargers and Vikings. Turn around over here. We'll look at 12 o'clock slates Central Standard Time for Sunday. I will be live for 3 games on Sunday. Those 3 games, sorry Eagles fans, it's going to be 49ers and Texans. I figured we'd keep it here, stateside in Texas. Make sure that we can get our reach out in Texas. This game will be in Houston, so shout out to the Houston Texans. We'll cover this game. We will also cover the Broncos versus the Cowboys game, which should be one of the more exciting games of the entire week this week. And then Sunday Night Football, bro. Oh my goodness, this game is going to be fireworks. I am excited for Sunday Night Football. I've never been this excited for a Green Bay Packers game. Really looking forward to this one. Steelers fans got to be looking forward to this one as well. Monday Night Football, guys, if you've already made your pick'em selections, I do encourage you to read the injury report that I put out on my website today. I put together an injury report, guys. I made sure that I covered every single matchup of the week. You can find that on footballnationusa.com. But before you make your pick'ems, or even if you have already made your pick'ems, please go through the injury reports. Don't go into this one saying, oh, it's going to be the Washington Commanders who win, and then you didn't get the word that Marcus Mariota is the starting quarterback. Like, the injury reports matter in some of these situations. So please do yourself the favor. You want a chance to win the Week 8 Pick'ems. Best opportunity so far this season with 6 teams on bye to win. I gave you guys the extra oomph that you need to make your picks. Please go read those. Okay. NFL players betting 2 question marks is true? Probably. Okay, guys, so I always give everyone Thursday Night Football. If you've made your picks already, this is just to kind of get yourself in the mood for it. You can go back and make your changes if you pick the Chargers and the Vikings win, or if you pick the Vikings and the Chargers win. This Thursday Night Football is just for funsies. By Sunday morning, you will no longer be allowed to amend or change any of your picks. But don't forget that it is out there. I will remind you guys again at halftime. Players are lining up for kickoff here, folks. Players are lining up for kickoff here. Okay, we're good on this side. Let's get our ESPN drive chart up right now. Waiting for the opening kickoff of this game. Looks like the Chargers will be kicking off to the giant purple people eaters. So there is the opening kickoff, and here is the return. The 10, the 15, the 20, the 25, cutting back, getting to the 30, the 35, the 40, cutting back again, the 45, down at the 46-yard line. I think that's a pretty good return if I ever saw one. However, there is a flag on the play. Let's find out what the flag is from this official. It's going to be a legal block in the back or something like that. Got to be, right? During the return, holding on the receiving team. This will be a 10-yard penalty from the spot of the foul. Proceed with first down. So the Minnesota Vikings going to get the football to start this game. This is the opening drive of the game, ladies and gentlemen. And it looks like this football waiting for the placement here by the officials. Waiting for the official placement here by the refs. Graphics updating slowly but surely. Who's Shirley? First and 10. All right, guys, where y'all placing this football? Where are you guys placing this football? I got a first and 10 at the Minnesota 16-yard line. 14 minutes and 50 seconds on the board here. Motion on the field. Going to the top of the screen, waiting for the snap. Carson Wentz takes it, looks left, throws left, puts that behind his intended receiver, who was Aaron Jones. Pass incomplete, 2nd down and 10. A simple throw in the flat. Aaron Jones had to make a body adjustment that could have been the reason he dropped the football here. Could have been the reason he dropped the football here. 2nd down and 10 coming up. The clock has stopped. Mario, Mario. I'm going to make a quick change. Make sure I get both of our drive charts set up here. There we go. From the 16-yard line in a pistol formation, a snap and a handoff to Aaron Jones. Jones will get stuffed on 2nd down and 10. Going backwards, it'll bring up a 3rd down and 11. It'll bring up a 3rd down, and the clock will start ticking. Minnesota Vikings. Possible that they could start off with a quick 3-and-out, guys. Possible that the Vikings can start with a quick 3-and-out here. Can Carson Wentz move the chains and keep my prediction alive when I said that Carson Wentz would have a good day? Let's find out. As I see Edgar in the house. Frank, what's going on? RJ, I see you. John Boy, let's go. Ladies and gentlemen, a 3rd down and 11 from the 16-yard line. It is the opening drive of this game. Justin Jefferson on the move to the bottom of the screen. Here's the snap. Looking that way, stepping up, winding up and throwing while taking a hit. Catch is made by JJ. He'll pass the 30 to the 32-yard line. 1st down, Minnesota. Good throw right there. Carson Wentz sat in the pocket and ate a shot as he let go of that one. The blitz was coming in, and Carson Wentz definitely did not get everything behind that football. He got blown up on the release there, but Justin Jefferson was close enough to the area where he wanted it. Justin Jefferson gobbled up that football. It's a 1st down, and the Vikings keep the drive alive. 1st and 10 at the 32. Carson Wentz looks like a pistol formation, single back formation. TJ Hawkinson on the move. The handoff to Mason. Counters here. Goes to the left. We'll pick up a pair. This will bring up a 2nd down and 8. Ward, thank you for checking in. For your first option to not be Justin Jefferson, that's crazy, says Daniel Wilson. Okay. Thank you, Sword of Vengeance. I see you, my friend. He says, 1st time here. Your name sounds familiar. Maybe I've been chopped by the sword in the past life. Here we go, guys. Shotgun formation. 2nd down and 8 after the 2-yard pickup from Jordan Mason. Mason standing to the left of Carson Wentz as TJ Hawkinson works his way to the left on this one as well. Quick throw to the right-hand side. Jordan Addison going to swim move, and Jordan Addison going to pick up about 7 yards on that 2nd down and 8. This will bring up a 3rd down and 1 as he's pushed out of bounds. So a 3rd down and 1 now coming up for Minnesota, and the Vikings are at the 41-yard line. Kevin O'Connell, head coach, just sitting there, right, calling his plays. He's looking confident as ever, making sure nobody can see what he's saying, covering up. I've got about 12 minutes left here in the 1st quarter. Thank you for subscribing to this channel. I just saw those names popping in right here. 12 minutes on the board. 3rd down and 1. Play clock down to 5. 41-yard line. Play action. Blitz coming in. Carson Wentz on the run. He will wind up and throw this thing away. Carson Wentz running for his life. The offensive line collapses. The incomplete pass stops the clock, and it brings up a 4th down and 1 from Minnesota's 41. The answer here, I'm going to ask you guys, and it's going to be nah. 4th down and 1 from the Minnesota 41. Go for it or nah. Definitely time to boot. Definitely time to Mario ain't no bot, says Roy Williams. I hate your face. I guess that's my robot voice right there. 4th down and 1. Waiting for the snap is right. Right from the right hash. Waiting for the snap here. 4th down and 1. The snap, the hold, the boot. No pressure against right. Let's see if they do return this one. It will not be returned. It is signaled a fair catch at the 17-yard line. 1st and 10 coming up here for the LA Chargers. So Los Angeles going to take over possession. Good job by the defense to get off the field. The opening drive here for the Minnesota Vikings results in no points. Results in no points. Rob Berger saying, why not go for it? Donovan saying Grandma's boy is a clown. Dude, Donovan, let's go, bro. Thank you for getting that one. Thank you for being there. Grandma's boy ref. There you go, guys. Let's go. I see y'all out there. My people. Those are my people. Anybody who understood that reference, you guys are my people. Football on the Boulevard checking in right now saying thank you for your play-by-play. It's like listening to the radio. He also follows up with ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Okay, commercial break, guys. Yes, I hope that the essence of this is radio. My name is Mario. You are watching or listening to Football Nation. I try to make this a color radio broadcast. That way, whether you're under the hood of your car trying to catch the game, maybe you're washing dishes, maybe you're doing something around the house, man, and you don't have visibility on it, I understand how important audio is for some people, man. I got a 6-month-old. So when I'm downstairs doing chores or, hanging out with the baby or something like that, I can't always be watching the game. Whatever your reason is for watching this live stream, I'm here to keep you entertained. That's my goal. That's my mission. If I do a good job, let me know that I'm doing a good job by just hitting that like button. Seth saying, I've been watching you every week. What's going on, Seth? Mr. Wilson says, this bot looks real. The robot. Mr. Krabs is a robot. Mr. Krabs is a robot. Kamari saying, let's effing go. Let's go, Kamari. Let's turn this on. Listening while driving to work? Okay, going to be doing homework soon, says Sports from Heaven. Football Nation is a W, Dad, says Logan. That's right, Logan. I am, my friend. Thank you, says Scott. Thank you, Scott. Thanks for watching this live stream. Houston, Texas in the house. We will be live for you next week. Mr. London Davis, thank you for checking in. Dude, Travis, yeah, you're right up the road. Did you go to Churchill High School? No, but I did go to – I went to Marshall High School, different school district, but I did live in that area for a while out by Churchill. Do you recognize me? That's pretty interesting. I haven't lived in that area of town in San Antonio in a while. Clem, thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, obviously, as you noticed there, I probably skimmed over a few of those chats that came in. I will do my best during the next commercial break to read these comments as they come in, but we've got action on the screen, and the opening play of this drive is going to be a tackle for a loss, and backwards will Kamani Vidal go. He will lose 3 yards on 1st and 10. It brings up a 2nd down and 13. Kamani Vidal and the Chargers here looking for an answer. This game is just getting started. It's a 2nd down and 13. The fair catch was signaled before the break at the 17. It was a 3-yard loss. It's now a 2nd and 13 from the 14-yard line. Capiche? Let's go. The blitz coming in trouble quickly. A wind-up and a throw. It's intercepted. It's picked off. Up he goes. It will be a pick six right here. Touchdown, Minnesota Vikings. The defense is the first to score. Oh, my goodness. What? Touchdown, Minnesota Vikings defense. That's what it says on my screen. Hold the phone. Every scoring play is reviewed. Every scoring play is reviewed. Let's see. Herbert, a wind-up and a throw that was clearly picked off. I don't think anyone touched him here. Ladd McConkey definitely just fell there. Wow. Jordan Walters, thank you very much, sir, for that super chat. I don't know if it's worth challenging. Thank you very much, Jordan, for that super chat. Let's watch it one more time. Did Rodgers actually intercept it here? This could be incomplete. This play is under review. We are getting an official review, guys. We're going to see if this one touched the ground at any point. Does the football make contact with the ground? I don't know, man. I think he's good. I think that's a catch. They're reviewing this play right now. They're taking a different look at a different angle. I think he's underneath the football there, man. That should stand as a pick six, but let's see what the officials say. That angle definitely looks like he uses the ground to make the catch. The ruling on the field is a touchdown. If it's overturned, let's see. Man, that could go either way. The call on the field is an interception and a touchdown, waiting for the official review. Waiting for the call, folks. Still waiting for it. Rigged if they overturn it, says Mr. Wilson. I see Justin Herbert going back out onto the field. No call from the officials yet. Wow. After reviewing this one, it will go down as an incomplete pass. So the Chargers getting pretty lucky on that one, man. Ball looks loose when touching the ground, says RJ. Review for an interception. It was a review for sure. And there it is, guys. The review results that it is incomplete. This will bring up a 3rd down and 13 with 10:53. It looked like a pick six to me. Instead, Justin Herbert now facing a 3rd down. And the Vikings fans not going to be happy by that call. Shotgun formation. Going to punch this clock right back in here. Actually, they won't because it was an incomplete pass. Herbert waits for the snap. Trips on the left, one man to the right. Here's the snap dropping back. Herbert will step up through the pocket. He is on the run. A wind-up and a throw to Keenan Allen. The catch will be made, and this will be good for an LA Chargers 1st down. So from pick six to 1st down, the LA Chargers went from – they got to see the other side of what could have been here. Interesting sequence of events for the LA Chargers. Chargers now looking at a fresh new set of downs. A 1st and 10 coming up for Los Angeles. The football now to the 31-yard line. Quickly, the Chargers get back to the line of scrimmage. Herbert, double tap on the helmet here. Looks like an I formation power back play. The handoff to Kamani Vidal goes nowhere. Looks like this will bring up a 2nd down. Bad running right here. 2nd down and 11. It'll actually be a loss of a yard. Great job by the defense here. Okay. 2nd down and 11. I got a 2nd down and 11. 9:45 left to go. Naya asking if I eat hamburger helper. Not typically in my diet. No, I don't put that in my shopping cart when I shop. 2 receivers left, 2 receivers right from the 30-yard line, waiting for the snap. Herbert takes it, the blitz coming in, pressure, a wind-up and a throw, catch is made, left-hand side. Looks like it's that tight end we were talking about. Looks like the rookie is in for a play right here. This time, it's going to be Oronde Gadsden who makes the play on the left-hand side there. That's good for about 10 yards. They're going to call it a gain of 9. It was a 2nd down and 11, so a gain of 9 will make it a 3rd down and 2, folks. Gadsden with a play. 3rd down and 2. About 9 minutes left to go here. Football has moved up to the 38-yard line. It will be a handoff to the running back, fighting his way forward and picking up about 3 yards. That's good for a 1st down right here for the Chargers. 1st down, Los Angeles. And the Chargers will pick up a 1st down here. Looks like Patterson was the man on the play. 1st down. 1st and 10 coming up. Football to the LA 42-yard line. Chargers approaching midfield right now after that fresh new set of downs. Rob saying need another turnover. Ronnie, I haven't done enough research onto it. I just got a couple of quick glimpses, but we will talk about that at some point here. Quick throw to Ladd McConkey on the left side. McConkey will pick up about 4 yards. This should bring up a 2nd down and 6. 2nd down and 6, 8 minutes on the board. The clock is ticking. McConkey in for his first grab of the day. Your cup is popular tonight. Apparently it is, Courtney, and it's not even my cup. It's my wife's, quote, blue cup, which it's not blue. It's not blue. 2nd down and 6. Mekhi Becton. Oh, man, Mekhi Becton hobbling to the blue tent. So They are already so thin at guard here. The Chargers now missing another guard. I don't know if Becton will be coming back. He's on the sideline. He's questionable. A snap. The blitz coming in. Herbert will wind up and throw. And there's his man again. Another catch going to be made by Gadsden. Good for a first down right here. First down, Los Angeles. The Chargers will pick up one. Halfway point here in the first, Justin Herbert leading all quarterbacks in passing yards. And I did mention that this man, number 86, is a big reason why. Able to move the sticks right now. Chargers with the football. Chargers now officially in Minnesota territory after that 13-yard catch from Gadsden. A handoff here to the running back, and it looks like Kamani Vidal will pick up about 6 on the play. It'll bring up a second down and 4. Football has advanced now to the Minnesota 35, and if you take a look at the drive chart down below, we're getting closer and closer to Vikings end zone right here. 35-yard line. Chargers with the football. Minnesota Vikings on defense, backed up into their own territory, looking for a stop right now without their main guy in Andrew Van Ginkel. Here's the snap and a handoff. This time Vidal going to fight his way forward on second down and 4 for a gain of about 2. That'll bring up a third down and about 2. Should be a 2-yard gain right here. They're going to call it a 3-yard gain. I'll mark it off. Third down and 1 coming up here. Vidal doing okay. Naya asking if I saw that Spurs game. Girl, shoot. I didn't watch the game, but I saw that Wemby put up a 40-burger in game 1 against Cooper Flagg and Anthony Davis. I like it. Single back formation. 32-yard line, third down and 1. The snap. Play action. Herbert going to wind up and sidearm. Catch is made. Looks like Ladd McConkey inside the 20. There's a flag on the play. Let's find out what this one is. It stops the clock, waiting for the call from the officials. I got you, WFU. Thanks, man. Wow. So the flag on the play, folks. Flag on the play is going to be personal foul, roughing the passer against the Minnesota Vikings defense. This will be a 15-yard penalty tacked on to the end of that play, which means we now have a first and goal coming up here for the Chargers. Chargers with the football, Chargers inside of the red zone. It is first and goal from about the 9 or the 8-yard line. The snap and the handoff looks like Vidal will go backwards on that opening play. It brings up a second down and goal. So second down and goal coming up now. Chargers getting helped out from the officials right there for the personal foul, roughing the passer. Second down and goal now coming up about the 9-yard line here, maybe the Minnesota 10. Will the Chargers score on this one? Luna saying San Diego Chargers, not Los Angeles. It ain't the LA Chargers, it's the San Diego Chargers. What are you, living in 2015? Second and goal. Here's the snap. Play action. Running the wrong way. Justin Herbert's in trouble. He scrambles. He will improvise. He will gain about 2 yards as he's hit from behind. This will bring up a third down and goal out to about the 8-yard line. Herbert looked like he was about to go down. He stepped up and started psych, bouncing back and forth. He definitely was dead to rights there, man. They had him, and he was just on the run. If he would have ran vertically, he might have even found the end zone. But yeah, you start running and you see Greenard out there, you're like, yeah, maybe I'm going to change my mind. Third down and goal, shotgun formation, 2 receivers left, 2 receivers right from the 8-yard line. Here's the snap, a shot to the end zone. The catch is made, and there he is. It is Gadsden, touchdown once again for the L. For someone, first touchdown of the game, I guess. Touchdown, first one of the game, folks. Remember that pick 6 earlier was negated. There is a flag on this play. Hold the phone. Am I going to have to pull back this one too? So a touchdown for the Chargers. Touchdown for the Chargers, but let's see if this one stands. Let's see if this one stands. Gadsden, a touchdown here, a good one. Let's see what the flag is, though. See who it's on. Curious, still waiting. We haven't had kickoff. The officials haven't said anything. Did they pick up the flag? Did the flag disappear? We're stalled right now, folks. We are stalled right now. Waiting for a call. Waiting for a call. There's a flag on the play, and we're waiting for a call. The flag, I guess, unsportsmanlike conduct here. The touchdown looks like it will stand, folks. So the touchdown is there. The Chargers do get the 6 points. The flag was unsportsmanlike conduct after the score here. So unsportsmanlike conduct against the Chargers. Looks like those will be enforced in between downs here on the PAT. So they're going to kick this PAT from a mile out. They're going to kick this PAT from a mile out right here. Here it comes to make it a 7-0 game. The kick is up. The kick is, ooh, kicker's dick. Dicker's kick. Cameron Dicker's kick goes up and is good. Cameron Dicker's kick is up and it is good. Okay. Well, that was said. I can't unsay that. I can't unsay that. What's going on, guys? Welcome to Football Nation. Oh Lord, what happened there? Says Must Be Nice. That was that's just the way it happens. That's the way it goes sometimes. Okay. At least, hey man, if I got a yuck out of you guys, if I made you laugh, man, then we will roll with it, casually entertained, saying somebody clip that. Somebody clip that. Oops. Cameron Dicker's kick missed. Right. You know what? Let's just look down the road. Let's just look. Eyes up here, guys. Eyes up here. Let's take a look at the Minnesota Vikings right now. The Minnesota Vikings over the next 5 weeks, they are looking at Sunday football, midday. All of these going to be midday games here, and then the afternoon slate going to be here as well. Little bit of traveling for the Minnesota Vikings. It is mostly going to be in the North, which is where they reside, but a couple divisional matchups coming up for Minnesota as well, which is why this game is so important heading into the gauntlet that they're about to face right now. Minnesota Vikings at Detroit Lions going to be Week 9. Week 10, Vikings at Ravens. All-purple game should be a good one if the Vikings are still available right now. I see that $5 super chat coming in right now, guys. I'm trying to just roll with the punches here. Week 10, folks, we've got the Ravens at Vikings. Then Vikings will have back-to-back home games in Week 11. Bears at Vikings. This is going to be another divisional matchup, and Week 12, another divisional matchup. So in the next 5 weeks, they've got 3 divisional opponents that they will have to account for, and 2 of those games are going to be on the road against these divisional rivals. Vikings going to go on the road for the Lions. They will host the Bears, but they're back on the road again for the Green Bay Packers, and at that point, who do you go with? Do you go with Wentz if he's hot and he's continuing to score touchdowns and make plays, or do you go back to J.J. McCarthy and not quite know what you have in your quarterback just yet, even though it's technically his second year? Taking a look over here to the other side, say what? Says Deborah Gill. Yeah, Deborah Gill. I know, Deborah. I know. She said, say what? Oh, man. It's a family channel, guys. Eyes up here. Eyes up here. Okay. Chargers at Titans should be a win for the Chargers regardless of who wins this game today. They've got a tough matchup with the Steelers. The Jacksonville Jaguars have stuck it to the Chargers before. That's another matchup. By the way, Steelers fans, this game I will be covering in Week 10. Week 10, by the way, Dallas Cowboys have a bye week. I won't be covering the Dallas Cowboys, but I will be covering 10 different teams that week. There is a flag on the play immediately on the kickoff right now. The LA Chargers did just score. This kickoff return going to get to about the 22-yard line. A kickoff flag right now. By the way, a bye week in Week 12 for the Chargers, and then a divisional matchup against the Raiders. We just got our kickoff here. And we are waiting to find out what this penalty marker is down for. So there's a penalty marker on the field. Let's see what the White Hats have to say about this one. See what they have to say about this one. Thank you and welcome to First, and I'm changing my team. Nate says goodbye Wednesday. Oh, bro. That was so funny and so unintentional. So they're going to call this a false start on the receiving team, folks. False start on the receiving team. I mean, it definitely was, but whatever. You guys are wild, man. You guys are cracking me up right now. So they're going to call that illegal formation on the receiving team. 5-yard penalty on the kickoff. It'll be a 1st and 10 here. Let's reset all of my indicators. Looks like the Vikings are going to get the football right now. We'll turn off the flag. It's a 1st and 10 at the Minnesota 18-yard line. Zebra Insanity returns. Thank you, Goodbye Wednesday. And William Chason, thank you for becoming a First Down channel member, my friend. Appreciate that. Let's get back on track, shall we? 1st and 10, the Minnesota Vikings now have the football. A toss to the right-hand side, and this time the play is going to get blown up. Going backwards on it. Looks like a loss of yardage here. Nowhere goes Jordan Mason. Mason will lose a yard. It's a 2nd down and 11. The clock will start to tick. Okay, so I got a 2nd down and 11 at the Minnesota 17-yard line, losing a yard on the play. 3.5 left to go here in the first quarter. We do have points to open up this game finally. That opening drive for the Chargers took a lot of time off the clock there. We've got Carson Wentz under center, showing a 4-man rush or the LA Chargers in their defense. Here's the snap. Wentz in a clean pocket. He's in trouble. He will get wrapped up. A spin move here. He stays alive. Still trying to improvise. Will wind up and throw. And it looks like Addison was the intended receiver. The pass incomplete. 3rd down and 11 coming up. Way to extend that play, Carson Wentz. But my gosh, guy, you had to throw that football to someone. You got to trust someone. If you can't get on the same page as Justin Jefferson and Jordan Addison, what are you doing? Vikings almost had a big play right there. So did the Chargers, though. Khalil Mack almost getting to Carson Wentz. Wentz today is 2 for 5, 23 yards, 3:01 on the clock right now. Play clock down to 5. Wentz gets the snap, the blitz coming in. Wentz is in trouble, and Wentz is going to be folded in like a lawn chair there. Welcome to First Down, Super Dave. That sack will bring up a 4th down and 19, ladies and gentlemen. Well done by that Chargers defense. Maybe Wentz will get some garbage time plays here. 4th down and 19. They're going to end up punting this one. They are on their own 9-yard line. So, yeah, you're going to send this one away. Going to end up having to send this one away. Carson Wentz, good for him to go down. He could have tweaked that knee. There's a boot. And this one won't go very far before hitting the deck. Just wrapped up at about the Vikings going to let that one roll a little bit, but it gets out to about the 41-yard line. It's a 1st and 10 coming up. 1st and 10 now coming up for the Chargers. They will be getting the football back. Boy, oh boy, will they score on this one. Good field position for us, says Andrew. Wentz is a horrible quarterback, says Mick Smokies. All right, guys, you think Wentz is a horrible quarterback? Well, who's your team's quarterback? Let's talk to the chat right now, guys. Who is your favorite team? Welcome in, ladies and gentlemen. You're watching Football Nation. Let's find out who your favorite team is out here. I see Mahomes, let's go. So we've got a Kansas City Chiefs fan. You've got a game against the Washington Commanders this week. Todd Tier saying, duh, Bears. Bears got the Ravens this week. I see Marcus Kelly saying Herbert, Justin Herbert. That's your quarterback, Chargers. You know what game is on right now. Ella Korb checking in for the Dallas Cowboys. Cowboys got this meeting on 3:25 p.m. It's going to be the showdown at the OK Corral right here versus these Denver Broncos. I see Bengals checking in. I got Heisman U checking in in for the Cincinnati Bengals. Bengals got a matchup against the Jets right now. Who else out here? Bengals and Jets have this one right here. Detroit Lions from Jonathan Murphy. Jonathan, your Detroit Lions? Bye week for them. Cleveland, damn, says Unk. Okay, Unk, you've got a matchup against the Patriots. That is going to be a tough game. The Patriots are the #1 team in the AFC East right now. Who else out here? Jared Goff, that's the Lions. We talked about the Lions. They're on a bye week here as well. Who else, guys? Who else trying to represent Rams? Also on a bye week, must be nice. Jalen Hurts, Philadelphia Eagles. I see that name popping in right now. Jalen Hurts and the Philadelphia Eagles have a revenge game against the New York Giants that actually got the win against them. So that should be an interesting one as well. Packers checking into the chat. Panthers checking into the chat. Panthers got a game against the Buffalo Bills this week. That's going to be a tough game for the Carolina Panthers. And the Packers have Sunday night football. Okay. Now, a couple of teams that I didn't mention. Nobody decided to flex Spencer Rattler over here or Baker Mayfield. Maybe someone did, but I didn't quite see that out here. Resident Busher saying your audience is different squads. That's it, man. We're all here because of football, regardless of who your team is. Didn't see anybody checking in with Daniel Jones either. Maybe not a whole lot of Daniel Jones fans out there. Cam Ward on the other side. How about these Atlanta Falcons with Tua possibly going to be benched for Shedeur Sanders? We will see if Tua starts this week or not against the Falcons. But let's get back to the action, guys. Commercial break is now over. Thank you for checking in onto the chat. Here's the snap. This time from the 41, it could be a free play, a wind-up and a throw. And McConkey will drop the pass. There's a flag on the play. Let's find out what this one is. That was a straight-up drop for Ladd McConkey right now. Let's find out what the flag is. We're coming back from the commercial break. Offsides on the defense. It was a free play. Good eye right there as Jonathan Greenard tried to get in early. He was lined up offside, so it's an offsides on the Vikings defense. This will be a replay of first down. It'll make it a 1st down and 5, and the football is at the LA Chargers 46. Remember, the last drive the Vikings had to punt. They got it out to the 41-yard line, so good field position here. Chargers approaching midfield. The snap and the handoff left-hand side. Looks like this one will be a 4-yard gain over here. On 1st and 5, it becomes 2nd down and 1. That's what you call staying on schedule. Donnie becoming a First Down channel member. Let's go, Donnie. Donnie Zimbabwe in the house. What up, Donnie Zimbabwe? I love this, says Joel Borst. Thank you, Joel. Stick around. I've got all the stats on the right-hand side. 2 drive charts underneath available for you. It's a 2nd down and 1 from the 50-yard line. A snap and a handoff out of the I formation, pushing his way forward and gaining a 1st down is Patterson. A pickup of 4 and a 1st down, LA Chargers. Chargers will pick up a fresh set of downs. We've got, looks like about a minute left here in the 1st quarter. We are going to go to another quick commercial break. Andrew saying, sorry, man, I'm a Chargers fan. That's okay, dude. Nobody's perfect, man. Just kidding, bro. Just kidding, bro. You can love the Chargers and still be perfect, man. You can love the Chargers and still be perfect. 1st and 10, 44-yard line. Chargers with the football. Here's the snap out of the single back, and it's going to be play action. A 4-man rush coming in. A throw to the right-hand side, and it looks like another play for Gadsden. Gonna be good enough for a 6-yard pickup here. Call it a 7-yard gain, and Gadsden leading this team right now for the LA Chargers. He's got 4 targets, 4 receptions, 37 receiving yards, and a receiving touchdown. Gadsden eating up right now. Okay, 2nd down and 3. They will need one more play before the end of this quarter. Here's an offset I formation from the 37-yard line. The snap and the handoff. This is going to be a good, strong run on the just right up the gut right there. And this time, Vidal will pick up 7 on 2nd and 3. This is going to be good enough for an LA Chargers 1st down. And when we get back from the commercial break, you'll watch the time tick down here. When we get back from the commercial break, folks, it'll be a 1st and 10 at the Minnesota 30-yard line. LA Chargers with the football. All right, folks, what's going on? My name is Mario. You're watching Football Nation. I hope that you are entertained right now. That's my biggest thing. Let's find out where you guys are watching at. I want to see where on this planet of Earth you guys are checked in at right now. Where are you watching from? This time, I will do my best not to. I'm going to do these in order. This is going to be first come, first serve on this request right now, guys. Looks like I'm going to blow this up, too. By the way, it's going to sound like I'm just naming cities and whatnot. I am. I'm connecting with you guys in the chat. Appreciate y'all checking in. So, first one that came in, I think I saw Ozarks that came in. Let's see. We are from Baltimore, says FW. Says WFU. Boovie, Minnesota, never heard of it. Ozarks in the house. Gadsden has good pedigree. He's been doing pretty well. No Daffy saying UK. It's late AF. It is pretty late out there, isn't it? Aren't you guys like 5 hours ahead? It's like 1 a.m., bro. What's going on, No Daffy? Thanks for checking in from overseas. Bahamas in the house. We got Uberniquez. What's going on, my friend? Thank you for checking in the Bahamas. User in North Carolina. Quentin Johnston, question mark. Nowhere to be found, bro. Nowhere to be found, Tonino. Kyle checking in saying Florida. Gino scammed the Raiders, says Adrian. Dude, you are so right, though. Let's see. Deborah checking in from Phoenix. Welcome in, Deborah. Thanks for being here. Corpus still says 1, 2, 3, 4. Most of my fantasy team is on bye. Yeah, that's a tough one, Don. That's a tough situation. A lot of teams on bye right now. Bayaloop, Washington in the house. Huntsville in Atlanta. Huntsville News checking in Atlanta. Georgia. What up? El Paso's in the house. Resident Busher. Tinnock in Arkansas. Don't sleep on my Cowboys. Hey, Corey, you tell him, bro. Hey, bro, let me tell you something, Corey. Don't sleep on my Cowboys, brother. You know what I'm saying, Corey? You know what I'm saying, bro? We put on this chain, we wear this, and we wear our Cowboys get up during Cowboys games. It's the only time you will see me on this channel not dressed in my tie. It's for my Dallas Cowboys. Thanks for checking in, bro. I hope we can still be friends, all of those who are Dallas Cowboys haters, because I know that there are a lot of them. Watching from Johannesburg, South Africa, says Donnie. Oh, is that hectic? I know they like to say the word hectic a lot down there. I don't know. That was a bit of an accent that tried to slip out right now. I'm not very good with the South African accent for sure. Not going to have a chance to read all of these comments, guys. We're back from our commercial break. Looks like the second quarter is going to start here on this 1st and 10 from the 30-yard line. Looks like the 31. Here's the snap stepping into it, and now on a scramble move here. Looks like Herbert takes it to the 20, down to the 15, down to the 17-yard line. That's going to be good for another LA Chargers first down. And we are in the red zone. Guys, gals, again, my apologies for not being able to read all of those comments. Y'all saw how fast those popped in. No way that I can read all of them. But thank you guys for still participating and being a part of our community. Appreciate y'all. We're back. We are back right now. 1st and 10 from the 14-yard line, a single back formation. A snap and a toss to the left-hand side. From the 13, down inside the 10, down to about the 7. Looks like a good, strong run for Vidal. It brings up a second down and about maybe 4 here. Let's shrink this down. My eyes deceived me. It was a 4-yard pickup, 2nd down and 6. 2nd down and 6 right now. Football on the Minnesota 9-yard line. Football on the Minnesota 9-yard line. That's where the officials marked it. 1 minute has gone here in the second quarter. In the driver's seat, Chargers feeling just fine. Justin Herbert under center, sends a man in motion. Waiting for the snap is Herbert here. We're in an I formation. This tells me it should be a run play, but it's play action. Herbert will scramble. Herbert the 10. Herbert the 5. Herbert just going to pick up the first down. He stretched for it. He definitely got it. I think that's good for a first. It will be. It's a first down here for the Chargers. It's a first down and goal. First and goal from about the, let's call that the 3-yard line. Justin Herbert extending the play, extending his arms, knowing that he needed that first down there. Way to go for it. Way to stretch. Definitely did that inbounds. Well done. Here we go, first and goal. Motion on the field, offset I formation. They will hand it off to Vidal. Vidal fights his way in. He is in. Touchdown. Come on, Vidal. Touchdown. Los Angeles Chargers. And the Chargers will put 6 more points on the board, baby. With 13:08 left to go. It's a 13-0 lead here in Los Angeles at SoFi Stadium. So a good drive right here, folks. Touchdown, 8 plays, 59 yards for the LA Chargers. They make this a 2-possession game. Good to see Joe Alt back in this formation. I wonder if the Minnesota Vikings have an answer here. Does Carson Wentz find a way back? There is the extra point attempt. The kick is up. The kick is good. Looks like we're going to get a kickoff here momentarily. What is up, Football Nation, says Ikoe. What's going on? OZK, Alt Building Company, saying dunk on him. What, the full windmill? The Mamma Jamma? What do they call that? Is McConkey in the game anywhere this season? The Serious Moonlight says, I gave up on Ladd McConkey after week 3. I gave up on Ladd McConkey after week 4. I just felt like McConkey just oversold, overhyped for sure. You are correct, Clem. You are definitely right, Clem. I don't think most people in the chat room still got to hear that earlier, but okay, Vikings blowing game for the Italian Mafia payout, says Freestyle. Thank you, my friend. Yo, big Dolphins fan in the house. Man, okay, I will ask you, YG man. YG man. Please explain to me, why are the Dolphins still hanging on to McDaniel? Why are they still hanging on to Mike McDaniel, dude? That makes no sense to me. Bop it gifting out some looks like Stefan Nova. What's going on, dude? Giving out some of these giving out 5 memberships. Let's go, my friend. That gamer guy, Mizzou fan, checking in. What's going on, bro? Fire him, says Andrew. Well, Chargers look well coached tonight. Who would have thought? Yeah, that's a tough one. It's hard to guess, man. It's hard to guess. Okay, so plenty of time left in this football game. Anybody's game. It's no longer first and goal. It'll be first and yardage here. We're going to get a kickoff when we get back from the commercial break we are currently in. We just watched an 8-play drive. The Chargers started the drive on the 41-yard line. Therefore, the drive went 59 yards. They took 4 minutes of possession off with that drive, the Los Angeles Chargers did, and the result of the drive was 7 points. When we get back from this commercial break, the Chargers will be kicking the football off to the Minnesota Vikings. But for now, we are in between sequences. What's going on, Yinzer? 888. Yinzer, 888. What's going on, my friend? Me as a Cowboys fan, I'm rooting V for B, Vikings. I hate QJ, so regretting putting him in as flex. You don't like Quentin Johnston? I don't think he's bad, man. I think Quentin Johnston's actually really good. I actually have him fired up in almost all of my prize picks today. Prize picks, underdogs, DraftKings. I played like every sports book today just because. What team tie is that, Mario? Neither. This one kind of feels 49er-y, though. Here's the kickoff, the return, the 20, the 25, looks like to about the 30. Going to go down at the 30-yard line. First and 10 coming up for Minnesota. Will the Vikings score on this drive? That's the question here. That should be the question. Will the Minnesota Vikings score a touchdown on this drive? Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to this live stream. Bop It is in the house. Screen name is messed up. I recognized you from the dog photo, bro. I said Bop It at first, and I was like, is that Bop It? No, I thought I recognized you from the photo, bro. Thank you so much, man. I thought I saw you from the photo. Thank you for that super chup saying amp me up. Here's another one coming in from MB saying amp me up. Let's go Chargers. We got a 1st and 10 Chargers defense on the field. Derwin James got the eye of the tiger on the defensive side. Here's the snap, looking left, throwing left. That pass broken up by the Chargers defense. Intended for Justin Jefferson, and great job defensively there by Cam Hart to break that one up. How was that, MB? How was that for gassing up your Chargers? 2nd down and 10 coming up now. 2nd down and 10 coming up right now. Pass was incomplete. Carson Wentz does need to get, in all fairness here, these Chargers are doing a great job defensively, but the Vikings are quickly watching this game slip away if they can't get something done. They are showing a 4-man rush here on the Chargers side of the defense. They will go ahead and bring a 4-man rush. They hand this off to Aaron Jones, who will pick up 5 yards on 2nd down and 10. It becomes a 3rd down and 5. The clock is hot once again. The clock is hot once again. Yo, says Marky. What up, Marky? If Carson finds Jefferson, they will score. Are we over 75,000? Not just yet, man. We're still looking to get to 55, 57. I don't know where we're trying to get. The next level is 60. We got to get to 60,000. But for now, not important. Calling the game comes first here, guys. 3rd down and 5. 12 minutes and 20 seconds in a shotgun formation. Trips to the right. The man lined up on the end of the offensive line here is going to be your big tight end in Hawkinson. A check and release from him. Wentz is looking the opposite way. He will wind up and throw to Justin Jefferson, who will make the catch on the left side of the field, and that will be good for a 1st down, Minnesota. I was looking towards the bottom of the screen here, watched TJ Hawkinson check and release. He bought Wentz just enough time on that check play there before he wound up and threw this one. A good little corner route. Justin Jefferson making the grab through a lot of contact here. That's good for a 1st down, Minnesota. 1st down, Minnesota Vikings, 45-yard line, approaching midfield. Stepping back now, looks like we've got Jordan Mason in on this play. It's going to be a toss to him. Mason, it's actually Aaron Jones in on the play. My apologies, and Aaron Jones will pick up about 3 yards on this one. 2nd down and 7. 3-yard toss to the right-hand side. Is McCarthy still hurt? Yes, McCarthy is still hurt, Christopher Kelly. And you guys looking for more play options outside of Justin Jefferson. I've got a 2nd down and 6 on my TV screen. 2nd down and 6 in a shotgun formation. Wentz going to wind up and throw. JJ is there again, and Jefferson will get the football out to the 40-yard line. This will be good for another Minnesota Vikings 1st down. Isn't that what the Vikings always, they get that horn? What did you call it, Santino? I can't remember the name. The Vikings desperately need a quarterback, says Bug Testes, interesting name. You know what? It's really funny that that's your name. I actually asked a question. You know what? Never mind. Doesn't matter. Not important. Motion on the field from Jordan Addison. Here's the snap, a throw to the right-hand side. Catch made from the 40-yard line out of the backfield. Here comes Aaron Jones, who will pick up about 3 yards on 1st and 10. It becomes 2nd and 7. 2nd and 6 after the catch was made by Jones. Woohoo, says Steven. Minnesota should have kept Darnold. Looked like Wentz hurt his hand, says DJ Gene. Yeah, they definitely focused a little bit on Carson Wentz's hand right now. I see 2nd and 8. Don't know where 2nd and 6 came from, but 2nd and 8 is on my screen from the 39-yard line. Carson Wentz in a shotgun formation. Again, on 2nd and long, here comes the play, the wind-up and a throw. It's a tip drill, and Justin Jefferson almost came down with the tipped pass. This time it was intended for Jalen Naylor. That pass, incomplete, stops the clock with 9:40. 3rd down and 8 coming up. Where does he go from here? Football at the LA Chargers 38-yard line. Is it close enough for a field goal? Maybe. Okay, so Carson Wentz is the starting quarterback, but I did see that J.J. McCarthy actually isn't ruled out right now. He's actually questionable and available for this game if needed. Motion on the field, double zeros on the clock. Wentz going to take the snap, going to wind up and throw a quick play underneath. That won't be enough for a big first down. It'll bring up a 4th down and about 6 right here. 2-yard pickup, 4th down coming up now. Great job by this Chargers defense once again. And I wonder if the field goal unit, if Reichard has enough leg to put that one through. I believe Reichard will have an opportunity here. The football at the 36, so what would that make it, a 54-yarder? A 54-yard field goal attempt coming up here for the Minnesota Vikings from the right hash. The kick is up. The kick is good. Wow. A 54-yarder for the Minnesota Vikings will go through the uprights and put 3 points on the board for Minnesota. So it may not feel like a whole lot, but it's some starting place right here. It's a starting spot for the Vikings. And it's a big field goal there as well. So let's stop the clock with 8:55. The Chargers going to get the football back after the field goal from Reichard is good. Chargers are going to get the football back. Who tipped that pass, question mark, asked Roervert. Was that Roervert? Yeah, Roervert. That pass was broken up. Looked like that last man, the one that was intended for Jalen Naylor, looks like Denzel Perriman broke that one up, popped that up in the air, and it ended up finding its way down to the ground. Okay. There you go. He just answered it for you. Good job. GR Trueno. Checking in right now. By the way, that means thunder. Thunder? What's going on, man? About 3 people tipped the ball right there, said DJ Jean. Yeah, facts. Another touchdown coming. Let's see. Honestly, they should have saved McCarthy. They should save McCarthy for next week. He'd be returning home and will be amped. It won't help them against the Lions, but it's better than Wentz. You really think so? Chat, are y'all divided on this? Who's the better quarterback? Is it McCarthy or is it Wentz? Because last I checked, McCarthy wasn't so hot, man. Pretty sure McCarthy dropped a game to the Bears this year. Did they come back to win that game? Who won that game? I forgot. McCarthy, Wentz, equally bad, says Mike. I'm with you on that one, Mike. I'm with you on that one. Thank you, Freebird. Thanks for checking in. GRT is saying, hey, I'm a mod for the Director Chargers YouTuber, but he's at the game right now, so I found you, Mr. Football Nation. What's going on, GR Treno? I did not know that the Director Chargers YouTuber. I will check out that page. Director Charger. Okay. I like to see the competition. Thank you for checking in, though, GRT. Mr. Trueno, thank you for checking in. Yup, that's why I'm here, says Andrew. Let's go, Andrew. Okay. Okay, so this must be a big YouTuber that I'm not aware of. We will see. I will check that out. Director, cool guy. Okay, cool, guys. Thanks for letting us know. Thanks for letting me know. I did not know that there was a Chargers man in the space. Looks like he is at the game. Good for him. That must be a really fun game to be at. Alrighty, folks. Vikings kicking this one off to the LA Chargers. Chargers going to bring this one back out from the 5, the 10, the 15. Cuts back to the 20, makes a move, gets to the 25, down at about the 26-yard line. First down coming up for Los Angeles. LA Chargers going to get the football here. I would love to see McCarthy back, says Country Kisses. Thank you, Andrew. Do you do this for all games? I do, TTV, ya boy, Supernova. Saying, do you do this for all games? I do. I definitely do. We also do not just this. We also do baseball. We also do basketball during the postseason. We'll do college football as well, and I always have all of my graphics for y'all. By the way, trivia quiz coming up at halftime. Don't go anywhere. Until then, we've got 8 minutes and 55 seconds of 1st and 10 for the Los Angeles Chargers. Motion on the field, a snap, a little play action against the blitz. Here on the move, a wind-up and a throw downfield. The catch is made. He's going to break to the 40, the 35, down at the 34-yard line. Another huge catch for Gadsden. Gadsden with about a 40-yard grab right there. It's exactly 40-yard grab right there for Gadsden. That's good for a Los Angeles Chargers. First down. That's a good first down there too, man. Stepping out of the pocket, Justin Herbert on the run, a windup and a throw. Gadsden at the 50-yard line makes the catch and picks up an additional 15 after the grab. That's exactly what you want out of your starting tight end. At the 35-yard line, the Chargers will hand this one off, and it looks like Vidal will go backwards. It's a 2nd down and 11. The clock will continue to tick. 2nd down coming up. Going backwards there, Kamani Vidal wrapped up by Blake Cashman. Dropped for a loss of 1. That's a tackle for a loss for him. At least Cashman is there. I mean, the Vikings defense should be able to get some pressure here. I firmly believe that the Vikings defense should be doing more in this game. Want to see some disruption. They've been blitzing here. Kevin O'Connell's team has been blitzing, but haven't seen much success. This could be an offsides and a free play. It is going to be a free play, a wind-up and a throw. The catch is made. This time, it's going to be Keenan Allen. They're going to decline the penalties here. This should be good for a first down, but the clock will stop to address the flags here. This should be offsides on the defense if my eyes do not deceive me. Here's the call. Offsides. Defense number 15. That penalty is declined. The result of the play is going to be a Keenan Allen first down. First down for Allen here. Offsides on the Minnesota Vikings. Let's start the clock. The officials stopping the clock as soon as I start it. 7:15 on the board here. Let's see if they're going to pump this thing up or not. Laundry day, says Marva Merriman. This Gadsden kid is good, says Raf Zone. Just take a look at his numbers down here, guys. He is pretty good. 77 receiving yards, 5 targets, 5 receptions, caught 100% of his passes. They're looking at one of the officials right now. He must have gotten hit on the sideline or something. This is an official's timeout. An official's timeout. Okay, the down judge getting a quick looking at right now for these officials. Did he get run into? Javon Hargrave totally leveled his – oh, my gosh. Javon Hargrave almost knocked his tooth out, man. That would have been a tough one. Javon Hargrave totally not paying attention, popped him on the chin. Thank you very much, Brian. Thank you, Coach. Coach Weaver's back in the house. I was waiting for your email, Coach. I was waiting for your email, my man. Waiting for the snap right now, though. We've got a 1st and 10 from the 24. Herbert under pressure, under duress, and there's the first bag of the day. That's going to be Jonathan Greenard with a sack right now. And this will bring up a 2nd down and like 17, bro. 2nd down and 17. A big hit laid out there by the defense. And the Vikings defense gets home. Vikings defense gets home on that play. This will back up the Chargers beyond the 30, down at the 31-yard line. 2nd down and 17 coming up. Okay. All right, brought him down. You got him. What's up, fan? Says just chillin'. About time, says Roy. 2nd down and 17, empty backfield, motion on the field. Here's the snap. Gadsden going to the bottom of the screen, and it looks like Justin Herbert quickly felt the pressure coming in again, throws that football into the dirt, and Harbaugh a little puzzled on the sideline, sitting there kind of gawking at Herbert. That pass, incomplete, stops the clock. An anticlimactic 2nd down will lead to a 3rd down. Living like Larry with a big flex right now. Let's go, Larry. Appreciate that, sir. Appreciate your support, my friend. 3rd down and 17. 3rd down and 17, Justin Herbert in a shotgun formation. Trips to the right-hand side, one man alone on the left. On 3rd and 17, the snap, the wind-up, the throw, the pass is incomplete, and a big stop here by the Vikings defense. Once again, there are no flags. It's a 4th down and 17, and it looks like Cameron Dicker, the kicker, will come out to put one up. Let's see if Cam can put this one through. Let's see if the kicker can put this one through. Stopped, says John Soar. Jerseys are sick, says J-Dub. Come on now, says the Big Red Machine. Here is Cam Dicker. 49-yard field goal attempt here for the LA Chargers. Here comes a 49-yarder from the left hash, folks. From the left hash. Play clock down to 4. The snap, the hold, the kick is up. This kick is going to swerve. It's no good. The kick is no good. And the score will remain 14-3. That will juice up these Vikings right now. That's going to be huge right now. Thank you, Courtney. Wow, a missed field goal on 4th down and 17. This will bring up a 1st and 10, guys. It's a change of possession, and the Vikings are going to get the football back with 6 minutes left to go here in the first half. By the way, when I said I had a trivia quiz for you guys at halftime, I was not kidding, guys. If you've never been here for a trivia quiz, if you've never been here for a halftime trivia quiz, I encourage you guys to stick around during halftime. We've got some action left right now, but I'm going to step away from this one just so that you don't see the answers to my questions. But I do have one coming up for y'all as well. If the Vikings just stop the run and control the ball the rest of the way, primitive. I know, man. 14-3 Chargers. That is correct, Guy Tuber. What Chargers need is not what Chargers fans get. Okay, what? Is the quiz easy? I didn't study, says DJ Gene. Actually, the first couple of questions are easy. We will make them progressively tougher and even more, dare I call the questions abstract or obscure. Should be fun. Bum dude, bro, haven't seen you in a while, man. Zach, I do got to reach out to you. I still owe you a backpack, Zach. Bum dude in the house, bro. I think about it every day, bum dude. I'm telling you, bro. I remember you guys, man. I see y'all out there, especially those of y'all who reach out to me on Facebook, on Instagram, and chat with me like in real time, man. I really do appreciate that. Dolphins would have made it, says YG man. I don't know, man. Brock scored again. Port Allen allegedly? What? Okay. Thank you guys. Thank you guys for checking in. Backpack Zach, says Todd Tier. You the man, bro, says Joey Montoya. Thank you, Joey. Backpack Zach, says Courtney. That's a good name for Backpack Zach. We can do that for sure. I've got a couple promises that I need to fulfill, guys. Quite a few, actually, from last season and from just a few weeks ago. A couple people that I got some things I got to make right for, and those are coming this week, so I'm excited for all of this. Still, I'm just happy that we are where we are right now. I'm just happy that we are where we are right now. I need a big night from Vidal for fantasy. Let's go, says A.K. Ton. Actin' a fool. Actin' a fool. Interesting way to spell it, my friend. Okay, 1st and 10 coming up from the 39-yard line. Here's the snap and the handoff, and we're going to get this one out. Did we not see the kickoff? Did they not show us the kickoff? Or am I tripping? Shoop. Flag on the play, Shoop. Flag on the play, Shoop. This will be a repeat of 1st down. It's going to be a holding on that opening play here. So just to start, coming back from the commercial break with 6 minutes left to go, the Minnesota Vikings are looking at a 1st down and 20. So a 1st and 20 coming up for Minnesota. 1st and 20 coming up for Minnesota. Football at the Minnesota 29-yard line. Let's get locked in. At the 29, Carson Wentz will point into that defense, waiting for the snap and the shotgun. He takes it. He fakes it. He looks left, a wide receiver screen out here for Justin Jefferson. He will pick up 5 yards. This will bring up a 2nd down. Second down now coming up. It'll be a second down and 15. Second down and 15. Corey Wilson, I see you out there. Looks like Robert. Oh, did my beautiful wife check in? Thank you for checking in, Christina. CM, see you later. I see you out there too, big dog. Troy Morgan saying no kickoff on missed. Oh, that's right. My bad. That's exactly what happened, Troy Morgan. Thank you for reminding me. That's my job, to tell you guys what's going on, not you guys to remind me of the last sequence. So apologies there. Second down and 17 coming up. Going to wind up and throw. This catch going to be made upfield by JJ again. JJ gets this one out to the 47. This will bring up a third down and about 2 or 3. Third down and about 2 or 3. Matthew, thank you, sir. They need to get a touchdown on this series, says Ikoe. They do. Asia saying, apology accepted. Thanks, Asia. Oh, man. Guy Tuber saying, you're tripping, bro. I was tripping right there. But we're good, man. We're good. We're all set. Third down and 2 at the Minnesota 47. I'm going to step away from the chat so I don't stumble on my reading and talking at the same time. Play clock down to 2, waiting for the snap. There it is. Wentz going to wind up and throw. It's a tip drill. Wentz going to knock that football down to the ground. It was a forward pass, and Wentz looks like he is hurting on the left arm. It's his non-throwing arm, but he is definitely hanging on to the left arm. And it looks like he's already got an injury on that side. But he goes to the sideline. I don't know what happened with his arm, but it seemed almost like a non-contact thing, and he is hanging on to that left arm. It looks like Wentz is wincing in pain. The punt team coming out now, guys. That last play resulted in an incomplete pass, so 4th down and 2. The punt team will send this back to the Los Angeles Chargers. Chargers will return 15-20 out at about the 23-yard line. Looks like a flag on this play as well. Let's find out what this one is. Will Carson Wentz finish this game? Will Wentz finish this game? Yes or no? Will Wentz finish this game? Yes or no? Flag on the play with 4:04 on the board. Camera is focused on Wentz right now. Looks like there's going to be a penalty against the receiving team here with the Chargers. Chargers are going to get a 1st and 10, but they're going to start this one. They're calling this one an offensive holding that was enforced. Wow. Pretty far back there. It'll be a 1st and 10 at the LA Chargers 6-yard line when we get back from this commercial break. Okay. Brosmer is back up. He is, Steven. He is. Marva Merriman saying that he will finish. He is doing nothing. Time to pull him, says Michael. Go Chargers. No, he'll be back to whence he... Nice. Nice from whence he came. Fair enough. It's okay, says Andrew. Okay, why don't we take a look at some of these stats here, guys. Those of y'all who are checking into this live stream right now, let's break down some of the stats for today for those of you who are playing fantasy football and for those of you who this is important for. Justin Herbert, guys, as we approach halftime, we have 4 minutes left until halftime. By the way, when we get back from the commercial break we are currently in, we just saw a punt. The punt here from the Vikings puts the Chargers at the 6-yard line. Justin Herbert, 9 of 12 for 125 passing yards and 1 passing touchdown. He's got 13 fantasy points today. Justin Herbert also leading this team in rushing yards, believe that or not. 3 carries for Justin Herbert today, good for 26 rushing yards. Meanwhile, Vidal, 10 carries for just 21, and Peterson, 2 carries for 7. Only 3 pass catchers have caught the football today for this Chargers team. And those 3 pass catchers are Gadsden, number 1 on the team right now. 5 targets, 5 receptions, good for 77 yards, 1 receiving touchdown, 18 fantasy points today. If this man is your team captain on DraftKings, you're probably sitting pretty right now. Keenan Allen has 2 targets, 2 receptions, good for 29 yards. That puts him in 2nd place on the team today. And Ladd McConkey, 4 targets, 2 receptions for 19 yards. Quentin Johnston has been shut down, hasn't even gotten a single target today. Taking a look on the other side here, folks, taking a look at the away team and their offense while we're in this commercial break. Carson Wentz, 8 of 14 today, just 67 passing yards. He has 2 fantasy points on the day. Jordan Mason and Aaron Jones have a combined 10 yards. Yeah, you heard that right. Total offense for the Minnesota Vikings, 69 giggity. Those are the numbers here. Wentz with 67 yards, Jones and Mason with 9 and 1, but they've been going backwards here. 10 total rushing yards. It's just been bad. Here's the snap and a handoff. Looks like Vidal will take this one from the 6 to about the 8, maybe the 9. It'll bring up a second down and 7-ish, second down and 8. Justin Jefferson today, folks, 10 fantasy points for JJ, 6 targets, 5 receptions, good for 55 yards, no touchdowns. Jordan Addison, 2 targets, 1 reception, good for 7 yards. And Jordan Mason has 3 receiving yards as well. Let's see if they can get it. Let's see if they can get it right. Get it right. Get it right. Get it tight. Second down and 7 coming up now for the LA Chargers. Chargers at the 9-yard line. The blitz coming in. A windup and a throw. Looks like the catch is made on the left-hand side. This one going to be a modest pickup. Was that Harris who makes the catch? I believe it is. This will bring up a 3rd down. Trey Harris going to pick that one up. It brings up a 3rd down and 5. 3rd down, and the Chargers on this drive looking for some extra points, but the Vikings defense looking stingy this time. Maybe they believe. Maybe they believe. Carson Wentz, are you still okay there, buddy? Let's see if they can. Waiting for the snap. Motion on the field. There it is, dropping back, looking left to wind up in a throw. The catch is made, and that's good for a 1st down here. 1st down, Chargers. 1st down for the Chargers. Okay. Field shouldn't, let's see. Reading some of these comments over here. Not quite sure where we're going in the chat area, so I'm going to stay focused on my game right now. 1st and 10, football at the 17-yard line. Waiting for the snap right now. Vidal is the lone back in this field. Waiting for it. They're showing blitz again. Play clock down to 5. Here's the snap. Dropping back in trouble. Justin Herbert going to scramble. Herbert back behind his own 5-yard line will fire. Catch is made upfield. Ladd McConkey past the 30-yard line. And from the 17 to about the 34. That looked like a 17-yard pickup for me. 1st down, Los Angeles. 1st down for the Los Angeles Chargers. Big 1st down picked up right there, moves them to the 33-yard line, and this will take us to the 2-minute warning. 1:57 left to go, 2-minute warning. We also have baseball coming up tomorrow as well. The Vikings look terrible all as well, says Clem. Oh, 2-minute warning. Let's say hi to all the newbies. If you are new, say hello. If you are new, drop 5 emojis and say hello. I don't know why you say goodbye. I say hello. Hello, goodbye. Hello, goodbye. Okay. All right. I see Greg checking in right now. Looks like Maxine checking in as well. Maxine sells Miami. Careful now. That girl selling daylight. What do they call selling sunsets or something like that? What's going on, Maxine? Thanks for checking in. We got Greg checking in. Thank you, Greg. We've got Luna. Welcome back, Luna. I believe welcome back. I don't know if you've been here before. I think you have been. Guys, gals, we're in the middle of the 2-minute warning. I am reading some of the comments right now. I am looking for the newbies out here specifically. Reading some of these right now. Welcome to all the newbies, says Country Chaos. Welcome back, Country Chaos. Let's see. Greg Hawkins checking in. Giovanni checking in. Saying what's up, says Shoop. Shoop, baby doop. What up, Shoop? We got Gilbert in the house. What up, Gilbert Lanier? Let's see. Hello, I am a newbie. How embarrassing. No need to be embarrassed. We got GR Trueno checking in, dropping the thunder right now. Todd Tier, nah. Ollie, what's going on, Ollie? We got Mark in the house. We've got, looks like Christian Cancel is in the house. Abe Orti, what's going on? WFU, I see you with the thumbs up. We've got Hank Etui checking in. Giovanni West saying hello. Ollie, I see you, my friend. Retro Coda, what's going on, brother? Retro Coda has checked in right now. Ooh, we got a lot of newbies in the house. The Champ is in the house. Adam Barton checking in right now. Abe Orty, Sean, I've seen you in here before. BM, I feel like I've seen you in here before too. Donnie, I know I've seen BM in here before. What's going on, guys? Scratch Flanagan, what a name. Matthew saying, Beastie Boys. Looks like Mary Ray checking in. Adrian checking in. Is that Adrian or Adriana Lanis? Or Adrian Alanis? Ha. Capitalized letters help a lot, brother. Or sister. Alpha checking in. Marky still in the house. I see you guys. I see you guys. I see you guys. Only Golf OG newbie. What's going on, Only Golf? All right, guys, I'm stepping away from the chat once again. Thank you guys for that fun little moment there. From the 33-yard line, Justin Herbert going to go on the run. Gets past the 50. And Herbert picks up a huge first down with his legs. An 18-yard quarterback scramble. First down. LA Chargers out past midfield on the 49-yard line as we are inside this 2-minute warning. 1:30 left to go as we approach halftime. Snap comes, blitz comes, in trouble, another scramble. This time Herbert will pick up about 6, second down and 4. Good run. They're calling it a second down and 3. It was a 7-yard run here. And Justin Herbert looking pretty good on his drives. Why can't Carson Wentz do the same? Shout out to all the newbies. If I didn't get a chance to say hello to you guys, I appreciate you. Bum dude saying, oh, my video is off. LOL. Okay. Herbert is a beast, says Wally. Honestly, yeah, he ain't bad. Timeout has been called, by the way, folks. So the clock has stopped with 1:16. We are approaching halftime. The Minnesota Vikings got the football to start. So the Vikings need to manage their timeouts here. But no timeout has been called just yet. No timeout has been called just yet. Herbie hands says eye to eye. Herbie's hands are cocked. Let's see if they are. Let's see if they are. I've got a second down and 3. Joe Alt doing an admirable job here against Greenard. Holding a man back. Did Joe Alt go down? No, I think Alt might be okay. He fell. Making sure he doesn't roll up that ankle, but Alt seems to be okay. Second down and 3. Football at the 42. Justin Herbert in no man's land here. Takes the snap, drops back. A 4-man rush coming in. A wind-up and a throw. The catch is made in stride inside the 30. And it looks like Ladd McConkey is the go-to guy now. First down. First down for McConkey. First down for the LA Chargers. Gets them inside the 30, down at the Minnesota 27. Waiting for the snap here on the left hash is Justin Herbert. Pressure coming in. Another blitz, a wind-up and a throw. This time incomplete, intended for Keenan Allen. No flag on the play. That incomplete pass will stop the clock with 50 seconds left to go. It's a second down and 10, and the Chargers are on the Minnesota 27. Did that clear things up for you guys? Once again, I'll say it one more time, folks. Right now, players are in the huddle here. Chargers at the Minnesota 27. The incomplete pass results in a second down and 10. Keenan Allen at the top of the screen. Waiting for the snap here is Herbert. Another 4-man rush this time. A shot downfield to the end zone. It's caught! Touchdown! Ladd McConkey! And McConkey going to light up the scoreboard now. Touchdown, Ladd McConkey. Fired up about that one. A 27-yard touchdown grab. And Ladd McConkey going to put up 6 points now. Well done. A big shot downfield. McConkey lined up as the wideout. It was a simple fly route right there, and he burned him, bro. Just absolutely cooked his assignment here. Wow. So, here comes the extra point attempt. The kick is up. The kick is good. Close. Very close. It's 21-3. It's 21-3 Rel Slime saying this game is extremely over. This game is extremely over. Why am I losing so much on FanDuel, says John Soar. Okay. Christina was like, take the under on Justin Herbert. I said, no way. Matthew, thank you for letting us know. I had no idea how many were watching. We've still got about 50 seconds until we get into our halftime trivia quiz break. Thank you for letting me know out there, Matthew. Be sure to smash that like button if I've had your attention for 5, 10, 15 minutes. Okay, guys, my name is Mario. If you're new to the channel, thanks for giving me some of your time today. We've got a few moments until halftime right now. We are in the break between scoring and changing possession. The LA Chargers just scored a touchdown. They are up 21-3 over the Minnesota Vikings. The Minnesota Vikings will have to kick off to start the second half, so points on this drive are imperative for the Minnesota Vikings if they want to stay in this game. They are currently down by 2 possessions. A field goal here. That's a terrible kick. What happened there? They're going to start this one on the 40-yard line. I don't know what Dicker was doing there. I don't know how that happened. But it was a bad kick from Dicker just now. I think the Vikings going to start this drive on the 40. Okay, this does put them in pretty close to field goal range. That failed to reach the landing zone. It was a bad kickoff here, guys, and the Chargers going to start here on the 40. Going to start here on the 40. First and 10, 45 seconds left to go here. I don't know if Dicker was trying to do that on purpose or what. Either way, doesn't matter. It's a bad – it actually does matter. It matters a lot for the Minnesota Vikings because that puts them – wow. Yeah, the 41 is where the officials are marking this. So they will start this drive on the 41-yard line. Minnesota Vikings 9 yards away from midfield, first and 10. Carson Wentz in a shotgun. 2 receivers at the top, 1 at the bottom, and T.J. Hawkinson is in motion. Play clock down to 15. Wentz will take the snap against the 4-man rush. He will wind up and throw. Catch is made upfield. Jordan Addison gets the catch to the 44-yard line. Timeout going to be called quickly. First timeout taken here. Should stop the clock with 38. I believe the Vikings going to call a quick one. So looking to get in the end zone if they can. Dumb kick right into his own teammate, says DJ Jean. Facts. It's in the house, says ODB. Let's go, Renee Elliott. I see Kulaza fans saying they got Carson out of the woods to come out here and play. Cool as a fan. I see what you're going out here. Cool as a fan checking in right now. This ain't the Broncos game, says Steven Jackson. No, we will be covering the Broncos game this week. Dallas Cowboys, my Dallas Cowboys. Carson Wentz has never lost on Thursday Night Football. This could be his first. Trips on the left. Jalen Naylor moving out to the left-hand side. Here's the snap. The 4-man rush coming in. This time stepping up through the pocket. Carson Wentz is in trouble, and Carson Wentz will be bagged. Here comes a $5 super chat. Thank you very much. A sack lunch for Mr. Wentz will bring up a second down and 11. A loss of a few here. Second down and 11. A loss of a timeout here, which is most important. So 1 timeout remaining for the Minnesota Vikings. Great job right there by Odafe Oweh to get to Carson Wentz. So Oweh with a sack. It'll be a loss of a yard. It's a second down and 11 coming up. A little something for the electric bill. Thank you, MB. I appreciate it, dude. I do appreciate it. Okay, y'all clamoring, y'all saying it's time for Brosmer. Mad Steve saying, thank you very much out there. Letting me know. The Vikings with the football. Thank you, country. Okay, second down and 11, shotgun formation. Waiting for the snap right now is Carson Wentz. Motion on the field from T.J. Hawkinson. Here's the snap, dropping back, looking left, looking right. This time in trouble, getting bagged again. And down goes Carson Wentz. It brings up a third down. It brings up a third down with 26 seconds left to go. The final timeout going to be taken here offensive line not holding up right now for the Minnesota Vikings, and Carson Wentz unable to survey this defense. Mind you, that was a 3-man rush. 4-man rush that came in. They all got the wins right here, and that puts these Vikings back outside of field goal range. This brings up a 3rd down and 18. Kind of sad, says DJ Jean. Double sack those canned goods. Painful, real painful, says Julie. Okay, let's see what happens now. Dallas or Denver, who you bet on? Dallas. I'm taking Dallas for that game. 3rd down and 18. Motion on the field. Justin Jefferson goes to the top of the screen. Play clock down to 1. Here's the snap. Carson Wentz going all the way. He will wind up and throw, and Justin Jefferson goes down just a yard short. They're going to need to get the football back. Clock this one. This will be a spike here. Little confusion right now. Oh, they're not even going to spike it. They're going to line this up. Reichert to kick the extra. Dude, just call. Oh, you don't have timeout. Spike the football. Get set. A 53-yard field goal attempt. The kick is up, and Reichert's kick is not enough. It's short. Oh, my goodness, man. Reichert's kick did not have enough to go through the uprights, and this will take us to the end of the quarter here, guys. It's time for a halftime. Talk about an anticlimactic way to take us into half. But you know what? That's okay, guys. Let's just do our trivia quiz and see if we can't get back on track. All right, guys, time to amp things up right now. Second half coming up shortly. We will see the Chargers receiving the football to start the second half. But for now, we can still have some fun over the next 15 minutes. Let's do some trivia, see how you guys do, and we'll go from here, guys. Question number 1. The Chargers share a stadium with which other NFL team? Easy question, guys. Is it A, the Rams? Is it B, the 49ers? Or is it C, the Raiders? Which stadium do the Chargers share their stadium with? A, B, or C? Everyone should get this one right. Easy question. Everyone should get this one right. And I think everyone did get this one right. The Chargers do share SoFi Stadium with the Los Angeles Rams. SoFi is located in Inglewood, California, and both teams are tenants there. Okay. Question should be reworded, says Mike-It. Hey, man. Probably. Oh, can't spike the ball on 4th down. That's a good point there, Wade. Which of these 3 regions were Vikings originally from? Okay, which of these 3 regions were Vikings originally from? The British Isles, Scandinavia, or the Slavic states? The Vikings of Minnesota. Their mascot is not from the United States, but from where? Where did Vikings originate from? A, B, or C, guys? Vikings originated in Scandinavia, specifically the countries of Denmark, Norway, and Sweden. The Vikings name was chosen because over 1 million people in Minnesota can trace their ancestry back to Scandinavia, where the Vikings were originally known from. Fun facts. Okay, guys, question number 3. Here we go. Which international city did the Chargers play their first game of the season in? Was it A, London? Was it B, Berlin? Or was it C, Sao Paulo? Which international city did the Chargers play their first international game in this season? A, B, or C? Most of you guys getting this one correct. A couple of you guys getting this one wrong here. This was a huge game, guys, in Sao Paulo, Brazil. It was a win for the Los Angeles Chargers over the Kansas City Chiefs, guys. Chargers 27, Chiefs 21. Second time the NFL has ever been down there for a regular season game. Y'all got to watch it on this channel. Okay, question number 4, guys. Question number 4. Entering Week 8, who leads the Vikings defense with the most total sacks? Is it A, Jalen Redmond? Is it B, Andrew Van Ginkel? Or is it C, Javon Hargrave? Which of these 3 guys has the most sacks heading into this game? A, B, or C? A, B, or C? Okay, I will let you know But the answer is actually Jalen Redmond. Yeah, of course, Andrew Van Ginkel has been out for a few games. Javon Hargrave still kind of figuring out the swing of things. But entering this week, Jalen Redmond had 3 sacks. Both Hargrave and Van Ginkel had 2 apiece. All right, guys, you tracking? Question number 5. When did the Chargers move back to Los Angeles? Was it A, 2015? Was it B, 2016? Or was it C, 2017? When did the Chargers move back to LA? 15, 16, or 17? Couple of answers coming in, a couple of mixed bags, guys. Well, the Los Angeles Chargers moved back to Los Angeles in the 2017 season. The move was made official after 56 years in San Diego, and on January 12th, 2017, it was time to go back. Okay. Next question. Question number 6, guys. Question number 6. Which ex-Vikings head coach was the only head coach in NFL history to play in both the NFL and the NBA? Was it A, Jerry Burns? Was it B, Bud Grant? Or was it C, Brad Childress? Yes, guys, there was a coach in the NFL who played in the NFL and played in the NBA. A, B, or C? What do you think the answer is? The answer is B, guys. It is Bud Grant. The only ex-Minnesota Vikings head coach who played in both the NFL and the NBA is Bud Grant, the only coach, by the way. He did win a championship in 1950 with the Minneapolis Lakers before playing in the NFL with the Philadelphia Eagles. Fun fact. Okay, guys, who is the majority owner of the Los Angeles Chargers? Is it A, the Hilton family? Is it B, Dean Spanos? Or is it C, Tom Gores? Who is the majority owner of the Los Angeles Chargers? A, B, or C? A, B, or C? I see a couple of real Chargers fans in here. It is Dean Spanos, guys. That family owns about 61% of the team. Now, he took over full ownership when his dad, Alex Spanos, passed away, and his dad bought it back in 1984. It was originally held by the Hilton family, but that was a long time ago. Let's move on to the next question, guys. The Minnesota Vikings currently hold which of these NFL all-time records? Is it A, the highest win percentage? Is it B, the most games played? Or is it C, the most playoff losses? The Minnesota Vikings currently hold which of these NFL all-time records? A, B, or C? Well, Santino is a Minnesota Vikings fan, and he put this one together, so he felt like he had he wanted to put this one in. So rock and roll, man. The Minnesota Vikings have the most playoff losses in NFL history. Not exactly a highlight or something you want to get too fired up about, but at least you can say you've been to the playoffs a lot. Okay, question number 9. When did the Los Angeles Chargers draft Justin Herbert? Was that in 2020, 2021, or 2022? How long has Justin Herbert been a Los Angeles Chargers? A, B, or C? Carson saying 1,492. Columbus sailed the ocean blue. The answer to this one, simple question, guys, is 2020. Justin Herbert was drafted in the first round of the 2020 NFL Draft. He was selected with the 6th overall pick. Justin Herbert came out of the University of Oregon, and he was the 3rd quarterback drafted in that class behind, get this, Joe Burrow and Tua Tagovailoa. Question number 10, y'all. Which of these Zombieland actors is a Minnesota Vikings fan? Is it A, Jesse Eisenberg? Is it B, Woody Harrelson? Or is it C, Emma Stone? And I only say this because Halloween is right around the corner. So I wanted to bring up something zombie related. I think we're going to do something spooky for the rest of the month here. But what do you think it is, guys? A, B, or C? The answer is actually Woody Harrelson. There he is in a Vikings jersey, hanging out right there. He's been spotted at Vikings games, including the games in London, and he's been in the Vikings training camp quite a bit. So, anyways, how did you guys do on that trivia quiz? I hope y'all had some fun. A, B, or C? Did you have fun? Did you not have fun? Are you indifferent? A, B, or C? 9 out of 10 says Roy, let's go. Roy, that's a good score. The kickers are trying to perfect a new kick that sends the ball flipping, and it's hard to track/catch. Interesting, says Darth. Darth Stigator. Darth Stigator. What's going on, man? Thanks for checking in. Okay, I thought he was the bar named Cheers. 7 out of 10, 7 out of 10, 10 out of 10. Looks like Luha got him all right. Well done, Luha. 7 out of 10 for Yinzer. Nice, man. Good, good, good. Tight, tight, tight. Okay, so we are in the middle of halftime. Let's break down some of that stuff. Before I break down everything in halftime here, though, guys, I do want to say this. First of all, subtract all this down. We got about 3 minutes left here in halftime. Really quick, guys, just we are doing a promotion right now for Underdog, for Rebet, for Novig. Click the link in the description down below, and you guys can get some additional bonuses courtesy of Football Nation. If you sign up right now on Underdog and you make a $5 play, they will put $50 into your bankroll so that you can get warmed up and get yourself comfortable with making those sports bets on Underdog. Rebet also has a 100% match, so if you put in that money, man, they will match you on that as well. Click the link in the description down below, guys, and you will get access to some of those additional perks. And if you use our links, guys, it does help me out a little bit as well. So if you guys want to find an additional way to help support this channel, that is a great way to do so. Okay, let's turn down this music and get back into the facts of this particular game. Let's get back. Tip Harrelson, your bartender. Call Terry Rozier before you bet, says cool as a fan. Darth saying doing well. The unperfected new kick is why we see so many dropped and kick flubs. I see that a lot. I do see that a lot. Roy Williams, that does tend to happen, my friend. That will happen from time to time. It does happen from time to time. Okay, Week 8. Around the corner, we are in the middle of the first game for Week 8, so you guys will actually only have to get 12 games right this week to potentially win $100 from me. 12 games is all you got to get right. You need to get these right here, and then Sunday and Monday Night Football. Every week, trying to give away $100 every single week. Here is the link where you can sign up to play. Here is the link where you can – ooh, that's not the link. That's not a link at all. Here's the link where you can sign up to play. Welcome to all the new subscribers, says Ward Hanold. That is correct, guys. And right now, with about, 45 seconds left to play. 45 seconds left in halftime. Could be a good time for you to pop on over there, sign up, and make your initial picks right now, and then come back. Of course, you can always wait till after this game. Or you can wait until Saturday night, but chances are you'll probably forget if you wait until Saturday night. Again, if you make your picks now, and the team that you pick isn't the Chargers, and somehow the Chargers, you know what I mean? Like, you can still go back and change it. Chargers up 21-3 right now at halftime. Up 21-3 right now at halftime. And the Vikings total offense, less than 100 total yards here. I was totally wrong. I thought today would be a really good game for Carson Wentz. Instead, the Chargers showed up, and they have embarrassed the Vikings in the first half. Chargers also going to get the football here to start the second half. Chargers also going to get the football here to start the second half. Let's see. Sack ranks Minnesota Lucky number 13 and LA Chargers number 12. Ooh, interesting. Looks like Derwin James is out of uniform coming out of halftime. Looks like he will be out for the rest of this game. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, uh-oh, uh-oh. Okay. Well, second half about to get started. Let's get ourselves situated. The Chargers 21, the Vikings with 3. Chargers going to get the football to start half number 2, third quarter on the board right now. We are going to see a Vikings kickoff, sending this one back over there. By the way, crazy numbers here. The fact that not even a target for Quentin Johnston today has been the case, kind of mind-blowing here. Kind of mind-blowing. Rob Miller, thanks for checking in. Let's see this half, says Wally G. Annoying Spore. Usually when you're down by more than two scores at half, it's very hard to come back. Annoying Spore, you are correct, my friend. But anything is possible in the National Football League. Here's the kickoff. Let's get a return from the 5, the 10, the 15, the 20, 25, the 30, down at the 34-yard line. It should bring up a 1st and 10 now. 1st and 10 coming up for the Los Angeles Chargers. LA Chargers with the football. 1st and 10 coming up here. Not ready for sadness yet, says Wally G. Don't be sad, Wally. No need to be sad, my friend. The Minnesota Vikings and the Los Angeles Chargers are going at it right now. From the 33-yard line, we've got a single back formation. Here is the snap as Herbert will hand that off to Vidal, and Vidal will take it out to about the 40-yard line. That should be a gain of about 8. This will bring up a 3rd down, a 2nd down and 2, maybe a 2nd down and 3. A 7-yard pickup brings up a 2nd down and 3. Football to the LA Chargers 40-yard line. Chargers on offense right now, and the Vikings have no answer for this one. Looking to get a bag. They have blitzed on at least half of their plays. They have been attacking aggressively but unsuccessfully putting pressure on the quarterback. Motion on the field right now from Gadsden to the bottom of the screen. Here's the snap and a handoff. Looks like Vidal will go right through the teeth of the defense. He will pick up about 10 yards on that run, and that should be good for an LA Chargers 1st down. 1st down here for the Chargers. 2nd week for me, says Neil Johnson. Welcome back, Neil. Vikings tight end has to show up, says Lemonhead. Seth saying, I just made my picks. Let's go, Seth. Davian saying, 1st down. 1st and 10 coming up right now. 13 minutes and 44 seconds in an I formation from the 48-yard line, just shy of midfield. Quick change of play here. They are showing blitz on the Vikings defensive side. It's a snap and a handoff, and Vidal will tear through this defense again. It's a 9-yard pickup. It brings up a 2nd down and 1. Good, strong run right there from Vidal. He's doing okay right now. Struggled a little bit in the first half of this game, but now he's up to 48 rushing yards. Here we go. Julio saying, bro, learn how to Vikings are – what? We got a 2nd down and 1. 2nd down and 1 from the 43-yard line, offset I formation. It's a snap and a handoff to Vidal, and Vidal will get stuffed on that play. This will bring up a 3rd down. 3rd down and 1, football to the Minnesota 43. Holy shnikes, how the heck are they running the ball, says Glenn Paul. Minnesota did not get off the plane, says Link Minecrafter. Yeah, man, it's pretty rough. It's pretty rough. Put them Vikings in the basement, says Michael. Okay. He said what? That's kind of where I was at. 3rd down and 1, 12 minutes and 25 seconds. Waiting for the snap from the 43-yard line under center. Justin Herbert with Kamani Vidal lined up behind him. Here's the snap. It's going to be a little play action, wheeling to the right-hand side. A wind up and a throw. The catch made by Vidal. Vidal inside the 40, inside the 35, down at the 33. That's good for another LA Chargers 1st down. 1st down here, another one. Moving the sticks. Now, it does not feel like it, but it's been just 5 plays, 34 yards. I feel like I've said 1st down on almost every play so far. Moving the football well, 5 plays, 36 yards, 2 minutes and 43 seconds taken off the clock. We've now got a 1st and 10 at the Minnesota 33-yard line. Motion from Ladd McConkey as he goes to the bottom of the screen. Here is the snap. Here is the handoff. Vidal to the left-hand side. He is wrapped up and dropped for a loss right there. Cashman looks like he makes the play. This will bring up a 2nd down and about 12. By the way, it was Wilson who made the play on a tackle for a loss, not Cashman. Wilson who made the play on the tackle for a loss, not Cashman. Still a TFL. Tackle for a loss is a tackle for a loss. Okay. Here we're looking at a 2nd down and 13. 2nd down and 13 from the Minnesota 36 after losing a couple of yards here. Waiting for the snap, Justin Herbert in the shotgun, 2 receivers to the right. He looks that way. He fires. Catch is made at the 25-yard line, and down goes McConkey. He will pick up a chunk of yards here and brings up a 3rd down and 2. 3rd down football at the Minnesota 25, and the Chargers want to score a touchdown here. They don't want to put it on the leg of Dicker. They don't want to put it on Dicker, the kicker here. They want to score a touchdown. 3rd down and 2 at the Minnesota 25. Will the Chargers convert? If they're faced with the 4th down, will they attempt? All the questions will be answered on the next episode of Dragon Ball Z. Shotgun formation. Waiting for the snap here. And the officials will call a timeout right now. Timeout going to be called on the Chargers. Let's see if that affects them. Timeout taken here by the Chargers. It's a loss of 2. Bears ready. I like toast. Cynical saying Kamehameha. Julio saying I'm sorry, but it's not a close game. You brought the loss to the Ravens against the Bills. I didn't do nothing, bro. I'm just hanging out, Julio. I'm just hanging out, my friend. We're just calling it the way that we see it. And whether you're a Vikings fan or a Chargers fan, I'm going to make sure that you get everything you need from this game. Doesn't matter who's winning. Doesn't matter who's losing. If we see a big play, we see something exciting happen, we get excited for it, man. We get excited for it. Sweet DBZ call out sounded just like Toonami. Thanks, RLS Roots. Be crazy to sit with 2 minutes left in the game. Could win it all. Hey, man. We'll see. We'll see. Okay. Commercial break. Just about over here. Timeout is just about over here. Chargers lining up on 3rd down and 2. Play clock down to 5, waiting for the snap. There it is. Blitz coming in, and Justin Herbert has to improvise. He's on the run. Herbert's going to run, and Herbert's going to wind up and throw this one away. Intended for Ladd McConkey. 4th down and 2 now with 10:05. Do you go for it or no? What do you do here, man? What do you do here? You take the points, right? You take the points. You don't go for it here. Should have just handed that off to the running back. They brought in the blitz. He had to scramble. It's a 4th down and 2, and Harbaugh now has to figure this out. This should be a field goal. It would make it a 3-touchdown game. The field goal is what they're lining up for. It's a 43-yard attempt. We did see Dicker miss earlier. This 43-yarder squeaks in right there, and that is going to be 3 points on the board. So the Chargers going to get 3 more. The score is 24-21, and what's feeling a little bit like a blowout right now. Matthew saying, or nah, you're from the Midwest. San Antonio, Texas, baby. Tim keeps checking in right now for Brosmer. Tim keeps checking in for Brosmer. TTV, ya boy, checking in right now. What up? Tom saying 12 more likes. 12 more likes for what, Tom? What are we waiting for, Tom? Where are we? We are looking right now to try and pick up. Honestly, it would be super cool if we can get to 55,000 subscribers tonight. We need a ways to go for that, but for now, we're just going to stay in the pocket here. Going to stay in the pocket. So what the community think on the NBA Chargers on the NBA charges on fixed games? Man, that's a crazy hot button issue right there. Sports betting, and it runs deep, dude. Multi-million dollars. Chauncey Billups a part of it, dude. That gives NBA such a bad look. That's really rough, man. That is really a rough one. Tom saying to 1,000. We got there. Let's go, Tom. Michael saying Tom is loco. He says, don't you know who you're messing with, vato? Don't you know I'm loco? Don't you know I'm loco? Unpunishable, says Steve. Cancel the season, says Ark. No way, dude. NFL on the back end. NBA cooked European players have caught up to the NBA. They should stay in Europe now. Oof. NFL is next, says Freestyle for Show. I'm watching the game on Prime, and I'm about 3 to 4 seconds ahead of you, says Glenn Paul. That's a natural delay, Glenn. That is a natural delay between the YouTube server and my PC on this side. So no surprise there. What a lot of people will do is they'll pause their TV and let it catch up. But whatever you're comfortable with, man, I'm just glad you're giving me some of your time. Might look like a blowout, but we just saw what happened with the Broncos and the Giants. Anything can happen. That is true, but the Vikings don't have Bo Nix, and so that is also true. Vikings should have kept Indiana Jones. The Vikings should have absolutely hung on to Sam Darnold. Probably should have hung on to Sam Darnold. Herbert throwing for 400 yards tonight, says Yimmy Helter. What's going on, Yimmy? Andrew saying, bro, you're good. Thank you, Andrew, for checking in, man. Thank you, Andrew. This is over, says TWF. 33 points in the fourth quarter. Vamos a ver. All right, guys, let's get back to the action now. Here's the kickoff. Here's the return. The 20, the 25, the 30, the 35. Cuts back inside. A flag coming in. Down past the 40 at the 41. Saying they may not have Bo Nix, but the Chargers are known for throwing games, unfortunately. One of my favorite games ever, I talk about this game all the time, guys, was that AFC wild card round where the Jaguars had 5 interceptions in the first half and came back to win. Holding against the receiving team here, folks. Looks like the Chargers sending this one back here after the Cameron Dicker field goal. The Vikings going to commit a hold. So holding against the Chargers. Holding against the Vikings. Holding against the Vikings. This means 1st and 10. Vikings going to get the football. Let's get everything set up. 10:05 is what I've got on my board. Fourth quarter, Vikings win. Let's see if it happens. God bless Darnold and Mayfield. You were at that Jags game? That was a crazy game, huh? From the 22-yard line, 1st and 10. The snap and a toss to the right-hand side. Looks like going to cut back the other way. Jordan Mason a little flat-footed right there. He will lose yards. Why did the whole formation go left and he tried to counter right? I don't know if he was meaning to counter right or not, but a bad run for Mason there. 2nd down and 12 coming up. Football at the Minnesota 20-yard line. Chargers are trying to take the AFC West. Be careful. I did say that they would win the AFC West. I said that the Chargers would win the AFC West, and I said that the Patriots would win the AFC East, and you guys roasted me for it. I'm sticking to it. Here's the snap on 2nd and 12, a little play action, a wind-up and a throw. Catch is made out of the backfield. Here is Aaron Jones, and Aaron Jones will pick up 12 yards. That's good for a Vikings first down. Here comes a Super Chat checking in right now, a couple of them. Okay, this is the one from earlier from Deborah saying, say what? And then another Super Chat that just came in from our boy MB saying Chargers are shining bright tonight. There is a flag on this play, folks. Let's find out what this flag is. This should be a first down play right here. Waiting for the call from the officials right now. Penalty on the ground. There is no foul on the play. The play stands as called. There's no foul on the play. The play stands as called. The play was called as a 14-yard pickup there. Carson Wentz connecting with Aaron Jones out of the backfield. Clock will start once again. It's a 1st and 10. Football to the Minnesota 34. The Vikings looking to get 7 points back if they can. Looking to score a touchdown if they can. Carson Wentz got to get himself locked in. Looks like waiting for the snap now is Wentz. Aaron Jones standing to his left. Wentz sends Aaron Jones to the right side now. The snap, the blitz coming in. He will wind up and throw and dropping the football this time. Oh, my goodness. Jurosek, the intended receiver there. He's one of the tight ends. This is going to stop the clock with 8:35. Incomplete pass on 1st and 10. 2nd down coming up. Big Bro with your first Super Chat ever on a live stream. Let's go, big dog. What's up, Big Bro? A fist bump to you, man. Shoot. First super chat ever on a live stream. I'm going to get up on my feet for that one, dude. Let's go, bro. Let's go. First time ever. I love it. 2nd down and 10, shotgun formation. Here's the snap and a handoff. This time it's going to be Aaron Jones who gets a 4-yard pickup, maybe a 5-yard gain. It'll bring up a 3rd down. About a 3rd down and 6, maybe a 3rd down and 5. Go big bro, says Michael Castro. Wasn't even close, says Glenn Paul. What's going on, Thomas Bush? Thomas Bush is in the house right now. What's going on to everyone in the chat? Chat, keep that conversation flowing. I got a 3rd down and 5 on my TV screen. I got a 3rd down and 5 right now. This is on Amazon Prime. If you're wondering where this game is at, folks, y'all can watch it with me at the same time. X-Star Fang saying, dang, what is happening? The Vikings getting smoked right now. 3rd down and 5. It's a crucial 3rd down. Play clock down to 1. Wentz will take the snap. The 4-man rush coming in. Wentz going to take too long, and he's going to get sacked right here. Down goes Wentz on the arm that seems to be hurt. It'll be another bag by this Chargers defense. 4th down and 9 coming up, and Carson Wentz unbelievably bad right now. Carson Wentz, 112 passing yards. He's 11 of 18 here. 11 of 18 and unable to process. Another first time ever on a super chat on a live stream from Jacob Cuevas. Let's go, Jacob. I see you, my friend. Back-to-back first-timers, Big Bro and Jacob Cuevas. Thank you, guys. 4th down and 9. Here's the punt. It will be signaled a fair catch right now at about the 15-yard line. 1st and 10 with 7:03 left to go in the 3rd. The Chargers get the football back. Jacob Cuevas, thank you very much for your first super on a live stream. No game, says Marvin Merriman. Wentz is catastrophically bad, says Serious Larry. Catastrophically. Derwin James has a walking boot on his right ankle right now. Oof. Oof. Sorry, bro, says Andrew. Thank you very much, David. Thank you very much, my friend. David Madge is in the house. WFU saying like a cigarette. Put JJ in. Woo. Woo. It's bro time. Brosmer time. Time to bring in Brosmer. Is it Brosmer? Brosmer? Either way, can we bench Wentz yet? KOC, really? You call yourself a coach? I like Kevin O'Connell. I do. I do like Kevin O'Connell. The Serious Moonlight saying the Blue Jays. Jacob Cuevas in the house. Thank you, sir. Rock and roll. I see you out here, man. I see you, bro. Faking injuries like the NBA, says Freestyle. Oof. Hey, man, I watched Tyrese Halliburton stuff pop in real life. There was no faking that one. Tyrese Halliburton also watched that tendon pop on Jason Tatum. That was brutal to watch. Both of those, we were live when we covered that. Okay. All right, y'all. We are in the middle of a commercial break right now. For those of you checking into this live stream, my name is Mario Manuel. You're watching a color radio broadcast of this game. Right now, this game is available on Amazon Prime. If you are desperate to watch this game, you could probably get a free 7-day subscription. They're doing that for Amazon Prime. But in order to watch all the football games, guys, you'll need NFL Sunday Ticket. You'll need YouTube TV. You'll need Netflix. You'll need, gosh, the list goes on and on and on. So if you're looking for the game, unfortunately, you're not going to find it. But fortunately for you, you have found this channel. And I'm willing to bet that a lot of you guys stopped on this channel because of some level of professionalism that you noticed. Maybe it was the tie. Maybe you appreciate that the vernacular isn't all profanity and that we're not just out here getting sloshed on camera. Whatever it is that stopped you and hooked you guys in, I hope that you guys stay for a little bit more. We are going to break down as this game goes on, guys. We're about midway through the 3rd quarter. We will talk about the schedule here for the LA Chargers. We will also talk about the schedule for the Minnesota Vikings as we get closer to the end of this game. Right now, the Chargers do have the football. It's a 1st and 10 at the 15-yard line. Motion on the field here. There's the snap dropping back against the blitz. On the scramble here, in trouble. Going to wind up and throw. It's tipped up in the air. I think that's intercepted. I think the Vikings just got the football back. Let's see what they rule right here. I think Herbert's coming off. Wow, I think just like that, coming back from this commercial break, the snap came in, the blitz came in, and Justin Herbert on wobbly legs on a back pedal threw that football up in the air. It got tipped at the line. It was tipped in the air. Great job by the defense here, and it looks like Metellus intercepted. Ladd McConkey, the intended receiver. Metellus going to pick this one off. Here's the replay. Oh, yeah, that's a pick. That's clearly a pick, and that is clearly Minnesota Vikings football. They are in the best field position they have been in all day after that interception. 1st and 10 at the LA Chargers 26, guys. 1st and 10 at the LA Chargers 26. It's purple ball. It sure is. Vikings with the football. They trail by 3 touchdowns. Looking to get one back would put them in a better position here. Lots of time left to go right now. Imagine getting 2 touchdowns now in this 3rd quarter. One could get this team right. Here's the snap and a handoff to the right-hand side. That's going to be a run out to about the 23-yard line. That's about a 3-yard pickup. 2nd down and 7 coming up. Good run on the right-hand side from Jordan Mason. Going to get this drive started right now. Let's see if they can capitalize here. After 2 sacks, it'll be 3rd and 27, says seriously, Larry. Yeah, this offensive line can't hold anything. 6.5 left to go. Shotgun formation. 2 receivers at the top, 1 at the bottom. By himself at the bottom of the screen is Jordan Addison. There's the snap. The 4-man rush coming in. Going to wind up and throw. Hawkinson going to make the grab. He hangs on to it inside the 10. A 1st down, Minnesota. TJ Hawkinson going to make a grab. That's good for a 1st down. It's a 1st and goal coming up now. Closest that the Vikings have been, we are inside the red zone. Can the Vikings answer back and make this a game? 1st and goal from the 8-yard line. Minnesota looking for a way in. Minnesota looking for a way in. Carson Wentz, 126 yards passing today. Less than 6 minutes left to go here in the 3rd. JJ needs a touchdown, says, whatever. Let's see if it happens. This is it, says David. Here's the snap, looking left, flipping the hips, in trouble, going to shove this football forward. I think that's going to go down. Is that a fumble? And this a recovery? They're bringing this all the way back. I'm not going to get too fired up. They might say it's a fumble and a scoop and score right now. I don't think so. The official saying that this is a scoop and score. Carson Wentz not going to be bothered by this. I think Carson Wentz was down. They're going to bring this back. That should be a sack. Nevertheless, Carson Wentz went down. The knee was down. Yeah, Carson Wentz was sacked. So, officials need to learn how to blow the whistle from time to time. It'll bring up a 2nd down at about 13. They are going to review this. Carson Wentz was clearly bagged. Carson Wentz was clearly bagged. You cannot play Wentz. You just cannot. Waiting for the call from the official right now. After review, the ruling on the field is that the quarterback was down by contact. It'll bring up a 2nd down. It'll be a loss of yardage here. It'll still be a 2nd down and goal. Let's add a little bit of time because of all of that. Too close to make a call on the field, says Glenn Paul. Too close to make a call on the field. 2nd down and goal. 2nd down and goal. 5 minutes and 40 seconds left to go here. Shotgun formation from the 15-yard line. Wentz takes the snap, hands this over to Aaron Jones, who goes up through the gut here. Will pick up 1 yard. It brings up a 3rd down and goal. Why are you doing that? Why is that your play call here? You're looking – oh, my gosh. Okay, Vikings looking for an answer right now. The play calling is absolute garbage right here. You're looking at a 3rd down and goal from the 15, and you hand this off to go up the gut in a stacked box? Like, I don't understand. So 3rd and goal coming up right now. They are playing to lose, says Marcy Reynolds. 3rd and goal. Carson Wentz needs a touchdown. Trips on the right-hand side. 3-man, 4-man rush. A wind-up and a throw to Aaron Jones. It's going to be incomplete. 4th down with 4:49 left to go. And here comes Reichert to kick another one. Here comes Reichert to kick another one. This could be a 6-24 game. Maybe. They should end up kicking the field goal here. That was a bad decision from Justin Herbert, who now has 4 batted passes, interceptions this season, says Miguel. Thanks for the update, Miguel. 4th and goal, the 32-yard field goal coming up here for the Minnesota Vikings. 32-yarder from in between the hashes. The kick is up, and the kick is good, and the Vikings will put points on the board. So the Vikings put 3 points on the board. The score is 6-24. It does feel like this game is slipping from the Vikings, but at least they're putting up points on the board, and they had a couple of drives where the Chargers did not score. So the Chargers, perfect example of bend, don't break. Quickly, they found themselves in a tough spot defensively. The Chargers defense rallied around themselves, and the Chargers defense got the stop. When we get back from the commercial break, there will be 4 minutes and 49 seconds left to go here in the third quarter, and we will get a kickoff. Nice. They never fought, says Andrew. Why would I do such a thing? Bring out the Browns bags. Put them over the head. The sack lunches for sure. Oh, man. Okay, guys, we're going to read some of these comments right now, see what's going on with y'all. Crap coaching call, says Marvin Merriman. Disappointed by the Vikings 100%. Ooh, that's going to leave a mark. Yikes. Carson Wentz went over 199 passing yards. May Cook. He's still at 126, guys. Let's actually bring that up really quick and talk about – first of all, let's talk about this. Because the Vikings defense should be doing a lot better, y'all. On third downs this season, they've been giving up 30% success rate to opponents. They've been doing really well in this one. Red zone efficiency, I mean, they're down 24-3. Points per game allowed for this Vikings defense. They normally give up 20 points per game. They've already given up 24. And when we look at yards per game allowed, they've given up 308, and we're not even in the fourth quarter yet. The Vikings defense did not show up to play today. The Vikings defense did not show up to play today. Vikings have been notorious for heating up lately. You know what? Those of you guys who have been fans of this channel and y'all who have seen Santino on this channel, he covers the Vikings games, and he will always tell you time and time again, Vikings are a fourth quarter team. The Vikings are a fourth quarter team, but you know. So are they going to redo this kick right now? They had 12 men on the field. Hang on, guys. It was a 4th and goal. Reichardt's kick has been brought back. Reichardt's kick has been brought back. They took the 3 points off the board. And now they're at the 9-yard line. It's 4th down and goal, and it looks like they're going to go for it. Okay. It's 4th and goal. They're actually going to go for it. Did you guys understand what I just said right now? Coming back from the commercial break, it was reviewed that the scoring play, all scoring plays are reviewed. There was a penalty there. They had 12 defenders on the field for the Chargers. That was a 5-yard penalty on 4th down and goal from the 15, the 14. It's now 4th down and goal from the 9 after the penalty dropped, and the Vikings with the football are lined up to go for it on 4th and goal. Carson Wentz sends a man over in motion here. It's Addison on the move. Wentz takes the snap. Wentz looks that way. Wentz in the pocket. He's in trouble. And Wentz instead will get bagged again. Thank you. A flag on the play. Let's find out what this flag is, though. This could be on the defense. Let's find out what this flag is. Oh, no. Oh, no. So 4th and goal from the 9-yard line. Another flag on the play. Is this a Vegas call? Benjamin St-Juste. Illegal contact on Benjamin St-Juste is going to result in a Minnesota Vikings first down. Oh, my goodness. Benjamin St-Juste checks in for one play here on the defense for the Chargers, and he is going to commit illegal contact. That's just a 5-yard penalty, but you know what, guys? It's 1st and goal. 1st and goal for the Minnesota Vikings from the 4-yard line. This is crazy here. 1st and goal, still inside the red zone. Vikings in a shotgun. Here's the snap. Dropping back. Wentz going to wind up and throw. The catch is made. Touchdown, Jordan Addison. And Addison is going to put 6 points on the board. So I guess this is still a game. We got a game. We got a game. So Jordan Addison going to put 6 points on the board. Okay. All right. Okay. Now, can you credit the officials for a lot of that? You sure can. But were the Chargers breaking the rules? They sure were. There were definitely 12 players on the field during that field goal. And there was definitely illegal contact. The extra point attempt is up and good. So Chargers, y'all can get upset about it, but I don't think it's necessarily a bailout. I think that's good. That's actually fair officiating. That's actually fair officiating. Looking back at it, if they can correct it here, they did the right thing by correcting it. And again, I'm a Cowboys fan. I don't care who wins this game. I'd actually rather the Chargers win because I don't want to see another NFC team get the win if the Dallas Cowboys can get that spot later in the playoffs, because the Vikings are at 3-3. And the Cowboys are 3-1. So I would like to see the Vikings lose. But honestly speaking, I think that was the right thing for the officials to do. So it's a 1st and 10. We're actually about to get a kickoff here. Chargers still up by 14. And honestly, if you're a Chargers fan, man, you really shouldn't be sweating it that much anyways. Y'all have been playing so much better than the Vikings have been playing today. But this game is not over. One big, that is going to be, we'll call it a faux pas on the Chargers defense. Definitely a mistake there that cost them points, but I do believe the Chargers have been the better team throughout this game. Can they keep their momentum? We're about to find out. We're about to find out. So, Vikings getting ready to send this back over to the LA Chargers. This kick is up. This kick will be returned from the 5. The 10, the 15, the 20, the 25, down at the 26-yard line, and it's a 1st and 10 for Los Angeles. Los Angeles gets a 1st and 10. They'll start this drive at the 27-yard line. Y'all salty, says Courtney. The league is scripted. Worst one I've ever read, too, says TWF. Vikings, most terrible team in football. Go Blue Jays, says T-Bay Viking. Late call by the refs. Definitely a late call. Definitely a late call. I won't push back on that. But it was called nevertheless. Okay, guys. 1st and 10 for the Bolts. Here's the snap. Here's a handoff to the right-hand side. And Kaimi Vidal is going to pick up 2 yards on the play. 2nd down and 8 gets the clock ticking once again. So the clock is hot. It's still a 2-possession game. The Chargers, if they can take a 2-possession lead into the 4th quarter, going to make it very difficult here for any team. 873 just subscribed. Thank you, 873. Okay. Clock is ticking. Looks like Rolly's saying, God bless you from South Texas, my bro. Thank you for checking in, Rolly Flores. Hopefully one day, sir, we're going to keep fighting the good fight here. Here's the snap on a 4-man rush. Justin Herbert going to wind up and throw. There was contact on the hit. That pass incomplete. 3rd down and 8 stops the clock with 3:50. Stops the clock with 3:50. Todd Tier saying salt and pepper. Is Joe Alt playing, says Alfonso. Yes, Alfonso. Joe Alt is playing. He's lined up at left tackle here. Joe Alt is playing. He is lined up at left tackle. He's been doing okay, and I don't know where my stuff has gone. He's lined up over here right now. 3rd down and 8 from about the 29-yard line. From the 29-yard line, here's the snap, dropping back, stepping up through it, a wind up and a throw on the run. Catch is made. Looks like Keenan Allen makes the grab, but there's another flag on the play. Let's find out who this one is on. Catch is made. This should be a 1st down depending on where the penalty goes. Keenan Allen with the catch for a Chargers 1st down. Waiting for the call. Waiting for the call here. Couple flags on the play. Prior to the pass, holding on the defense. This penalty will be declined by the Chargers. It will result in a 1st down grab right there. A good 1st down grab right there. I almost said Austin Eckler. 1st down grab by Keenan Allen. Oh, man. I bet Chargers fans miss Austin Eckler right about now. I bet Chargers fans miss Austin Eckler right about now. Here's the snap and a handoff to Vidal. Vidal, a nice spin move, gets away from a man, keeps the legs going, past the 50, past the 45, and down inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. LA Chargers, first down. Vidal with a good strong run for 18 yards, finally brought down by Smith on that play, but way to make a couple guys miss. Big first down picked up by Vidal. Going to keep the chains moving here. Can refer to a male given name of Latin origin, meaning manly or warlike, a reference to the Roman god Mars. Thank you, Rake Flyer. Did not know. Flag coming in right now. Rake Flyer hyping me up. There's a flag on this play, though, folks. This is going to be a false start against these Chargers. So the Chargers going to commit a false start. It stops the clock with about 3 minutes here. Stops the clock with 3 minutes even. This will bring up a first down and 15. Backs them up a few yards right now. First and 15. Football at the Minnesota 49. So no man's land right here. If the Vikings can get a stop without conceding any points, this game isn't too far gone. The snap and a handoff to Vidal, and Vidal is gone. Vidal picks up 10, picks up 15, picks up about 18 yards on the run. That's good for another Chargers. First down. First and 15 will be about an 18, maybe a 20-yard scramble. They're going to call that 21 yards. First and 10. Vidal all of a sudden starting to come to life. 18 carries, good for 81 rushing yards. 18 carries, good for 81 rushing yards. Jacob saying great comments feeding in right now. Thank you, guys. I hope that the chat room is electric tonight and staying on topic, on task right now. Thank you, Jacob, for that. Here's the snap and a handoff. This time it'll be about a 3-yard gain, maybe a 4-yard gain on the right-hand side. This time looks like Patterson going to get the carry. Patterson gets the carry. It's a second down and 5. Second down and 5. Thank you, Andrew. Mario Brothers says Edgar Vasquez. What's going on, Edgar? Cheers, man. I got to add, I got to get my timer ticking here. Haven't started my clock in a minute. Let's get it caught up. Second down and 5. I formation. Motion on the field. Chargers with the football at the 23-yard line from the right hash. There is the snap. There is the handoff. No gain on second down. Third down and 5, and the Vikings defense making a stand now. Vikings holding tough right here. Will the Chargers punch it in, or will the Chargers end up being relegated to just putting up a field goal? Vikings looking to score. Will they be able to? Vikings looking to score. It's third down and 4. So they'll call it a 1-yard pickup. They will need to snap the football at least one time here before the end of the quarter. Third down, third quarter, 22-yard line, shotgun formation. Justin Herbert takes the snap from the left hash. He surveys, he steps up, he scrambles. He is being chased out. He picks up the first down, and a first down here for the LA Chargers. On the scramble run to the left right there, good solid run. And Justin Herbert's been getting it done with his legs, man. Justin Herbert today up to 59 rushing yards. I mean, there have been days where Isaiah Pacheco gets 30, so pretty good run game today for Justin Herbert to stay ahead of schedule here. This should take us to the end of the quarter. Guys, and when we get back, it should be a first and 10 from the Minnesota 19-yard line. That is the end. Fourth quarter. Let's put 15 minutes on the board. Should be good to go. All right, guys, if this was your first time watching today's live stream, welcome to Football Nation. My name is Mario. We are on a mission right now, and I think we're still a little bit behind schedule, but I'm okay with it for now. Really trying to get to 55,000 subscribers by the end of tonight. It would take a push of maybe 60 or 70 of you guys to help us get there. I'm not going to sit here and beg for subscribers. My goal is to try to earn it from you guys. Let's take a look at the schedule ahead and the games that I will be covering. This is the NFL schedule behind me. I will be covering the games highlighted in green. So, no, I will not be covering the Jets. No, I will not be covering the Panthers this week. No, I will not be covering the Saints this week. And no, I will not be covering the Eagles this week. these are all going to change. I will not cover a lot of the teams that I'm covering this week, next week, so I try to cover as many games and as many teams as possible to reach to as many fan bases as possible. Thursday Night Football, we've got 15 minutes of regulation time left. Minnesota Vikings trail 10-24. This week, we will be covering the San Francisco 49ers and the Houston Texans, as well as my Dallas Cowboys versus the Denver Broncos. And then Sunday Night Football will be Green Bay Packers and the I'm looking over here at the Steelers. Okay, glitch. Brain glitch. It happens. Monday Night Football will wrap up with the Chiefs at Commanders at Chiefs. Very important that I get that right. Commanders at Chiefs. And every single week, we are looking to give away $100 to someone who can guess all of the games right. Now, if you think you know who's going to win this game and you want to put it to the test, guys, it is absolutely free to play. All you got to do is go to my website, www.footballnationusa.com. From there, you can navigate over to the Pick'ems category and select whether you want to do it for Week 8 or Week 9, which is also available on the website right now. Before you sign up and make your picks, I did create a blog post on my website today as well, guys, that has the injury reports for all of the teams, all of the games, all of the matchups. I am dying to give away this money right now, but I want someone to earn it. Someone's got to earn it. Someone's got to take $100 from me. Somebody take $100 from me. Waiting for it. Waiting for it. One of you guys this week could do it. By the way, you don't have to get any of these 6 teams right or even tonight's right because you're getting to watch it right now. Sunday morning, though, I will close this out. You will no longer be allowed to make any changes to your picks. You can always make changes up until the cutoff window at 12 o'clock. Jacob, thank you very much. Thank you very much. Appreciate that. And so, that is the end of my TED Talk. Let's get back to this game. Appreciate you guys. Check out the links in the description below. 1st and 10 coming up. Here's the snap. This time from the 19-yard line. Justin Herbert going to slide and give himself up at about the, we'll call that the 11. This will bring up a 2nd down and 7 here. We'll start the clock once again. Okay. Did you like this live yet, says Country Kisses? Honestly, I don't think I even like the live on this video just yet. I know a lot of you guys forget sometimes. By the way, that also helps. Smash that like button if you guys want to help support the channel and you're not into sports betting or any of that kind of stuff. That's a very simple and free way to help support. 2nd down and 7. Football at the 11-yard line. A handoff to Vidal to the left-hand side. Vidal gets inside the 5. Vidal stuffed at about the 3. We are inside the red zone. It's going to bring up a 1st and goal here. 1st down and goal, and this team is looking good. The Chargers knocking on the Vikings' door right now. Knocking on the Vikings' door right now. Out at the 1-yard line. This should be a handoff. And Vidal is going to have himself one heck of a day today. Kamani Vidal having himself one heck of a day today. He could get another touchdown here. He's already got one motion on the field. There's the handoff to Vidal, left-hand side. Vidal gets wrapped up. Looks like he'll lose a yard. This will back them up to the 2-yard line. 2nd down and goal coming up now. Zach Hart, thank you for subscribing, my friend. I see Mike C. just subscribed as well, bro. Thank you for checking in, Mike C. 13 minutes and 23 seconds left to go. Plenty of time here. The Vikings do need to get a stop. If they give one up, then we're just looking for fantasy points. Looks like an injury timeout, guys. Someone is down on the ground here for the Minnesota Vikings defense. That doesn't bode well. Taking a look at a man. Going to be a moment here. Looks like a lower extremity piece right now. Looks like Jonathan Greenard was injured on the play. That's the last man that you want to see get hurt. He got that left ankle twisted up pretty good. That's going to be an ankle sprain at minimum here. He's looking at it. You can't fake that, dude. That looks like it hurt. Right ankle got rolled up on the play. Jonathan Greenard, his 6th season, guys. 2024 Pro Bowler in Jonathan Greenard. Your Pro Bowler is down right now. Is Johnston even in the game, says Goodbye Wednesday. Honestly, The fact that I fired him up in like every single prize pick and underdog and all those things, yeah, of course he doesn't show up today. Oh, these are cool. Oh, those are cool too. Check these out. My wife made some Halloween earrings. She just came upstairs to show these. These are like little axes with the blood on them. That's pretty cool. These are cool, babe. These are the Frankenstein ones that she just made. Check that out. Oh, it's green screen. You can't see it with the green screen. These are pretty cool, babe. Oh, these are ghost face. That's pretty sweet. Not bad. All right, guys. Second down and goal coming up. Commercial break is now over. Commercial break is now over. Okay. Okay. Love you. Second and goal. Looks like, wow, too many men on the field again. This time it's going to be against the Vikings. So this will be half the distance to the goal. They had 12 guys on the field. That's bad, man. Y'all can't count? Y'all can't count to 11? Come on. Y'all can't count to 11? Come on. Let's see. iGif saying, I just subscribed. Thank you for checking in and welcome. I like that ghost-faced one. Says X-Star Fang. They're pretty cool. Here's the snap. It's a quarterback sneak. And this time on the quarterback sneak, Justin Herbert going to pick up the touchdown, but there's another flag on the play. Let's find out what this flag is. It's a false start on the offense. Has Mr. Mario ever been on the screen? I am on the screen. What are you talking about, Chance? I'm definitely on the screen. Are you asking if my wife has ever been on the screen? Yeah, my whole family's been on the screen. Waiting for the snap right now out of this I formation. We just watched that. That's going to be a penalty on a false start here, guys. So a false start keeps it second down and goal at the Minnesota 6-yard line. Seriously, Larry saying, no, you're AI, says Seriously, Larry. Motion on the field. Here's the snap. Little play action. Running to the right-hand side now on second and goal. In trouble. Going to step up through the pocket. Going to wind up and throw. The catch is going to be made. Touchdown. And a touchdown here for the LA Chargers. Going to put 6 more points on the board. 6 more points on the board. And this time it is Trey Harris who makes the grab. So Trey Harris with the catch right here makes it a 30-10 game. Definitely a tough spot to be in if you're a Minnesota Vikings fan. So Trey Harris, number 9, making the grab right there. That's 3 touchdown passes today. That's 3 touchdown passes. The extra point attempt is good. It's 31-10, and we officially have a one-sided game. Officially have a one-sided game. LOL time. Running out of time. Running out of time for sure. Wentz is done. Where is JJ, says the Ron Jones. My bolts. Trey Harris, says Miguel. Yeah. Yeah, Quentin Johnston has literally 0 targets, guys. I don't know how that happened. It must have been because I selected him for all of my lineups. Brutal, dude. Brutal. That's a tough one. Who said Vikings are coming back? Oh, that's great. Rookie's first touchdown, says Miguel. They should pull all the Chargers off the field and see if the Vikings can score. Gary King saying, who? Who on earth is this? Not their fault. Injury. Looks like Dan Salem saying, I just subscribed. Thank you, Dan. Bro, Herbert is selling me crazy, says Tread. Rook's first touchdown, says Miguel. Mario saying those earrings aren't bad. They're really cool, man. Those earrings are pretty sweet. I love those earrings. My wife has been making those for the past, 2 years. Working on them right now. Working on it right now. Okay. So, you guys curious, asking about Trey Harris. Trey Harris is a wide receiver out of Ole Miss, ladies and gentlemen. That was his first career touchdown. He is listed here for the Los Angeles Chargers. Trey Harris is listed here for the Los Angeles Chargers as the wide receiver 4, behind Ladd McConkey, Keenan Allen, and Quentin Johnston. Trey Harris, the rookie, doing okay right now. Trey Harris, the rookie, with his first receiving touchdowns. Coming into tonight's game, he had 9 receptions for 95 yards. No touchdowns today. He got 1. He got his first ever. Here's some data on him. I'll plug this in right now. That is the stats right there for Trey Harris. Stats right there for Trey Harris. Okay. Let's see, 30 what? Wow, what a statement. It is 31-10, the Chargers with the football now. Chargers doing okay. Hey, look at that. We are close. Oh, man, you guys came in good. You guys came in good with that. We're looking for 12 more to watch the odometer change. Is there a website to buy those earrings, says Vezo MG. I've been telling her this for a long time. She wants to build her inventory first. She doesn't believe in backlog orders. I'll convince her, guys. I'll convince her. I think it would be great if she started selling those earrings because I think she's got real talent with it. Here's the kickoff, guys. Looks like this is going to go back here, and a return from the 5, the 10, the 15, the 20. Going to tiptoe the 20-yard line, gets to the 25, gets to the 30, out at about the 32-yard line. 1st and 10 coming up now for these Minnesota Vikings. Paul saying I'll buy. I love it. Mason with 1 point. LOL, he's my RB2. Terrible. Oh, man. He's your RB2 tonight? That's rough, bro. Okay, Vikings didn't even show up, says One Country Chaos. Can the Zebras get it taken away? She could totally sell, says Jagular. Does she have a site with her creations? She does. I'll actually pin that on one of my next videos. Right now, let's focus on this game here, folks. We got a 1st and 10 coming up. A wind-up and a throw. Carson Wentz going to connect with T.J. Hawkinson. He finds some room to roam. He'll pick up 13 yards. 1st and 10 becomes 1st and 10. Get this clock ticking right now. Carson Wentz under duress quickly here. This game ain't over. They need 4 stops, says Wally G. Needs 4 stops, says Wally G. Don't worry. We'll get this. We'll get those featured at some point here for sure. Can I get a what, says Todd Tier. I might even just feature them myself on the Football Nation website. Here's the snap, the drop back, this time stepping up and throwing a pass into the defense's arms. Carson Wentz going to throw an interception. It is picked off this time. Was that Derwin James with the interception right there? No, it is going to be a pick anyways, though. Intercepted Carson Wentz, throwing the football game away. Throwing the football game away. That was a chance there for the Vikings. It then becomes, he was trying to find Justin Jefferson, man, and instead he finds a terrible, terrible play right there. Let me take a look and see who that was. Was that R.J. Mickens? Who was the safety on that play? It was R.J. Mickens. To the 48-yard line, a 16-yard interception return. So R.J. Mickens gets the interception. Carson Wentz, the deep pass intended for Justin Jefferson, intercepted by number 27. And it's 1st down Chargers just like that. 11:33 left to go. You know JJ is defending by DJ. Sorry, Amon Tainer. Wentz for MVP. Who says this game is not over? Relax, says the Ron Jones. Man, expected this game to be close. I did. I did too. I definitely expected this game to be close. Chargers can kill the clock with the ground attack. I agree there, MuckTube. And I think the ground attack has been going pretty well if we look at the numbers. I think Vidal will crack 100 rushing yards. Justin Herbert, 227 passing yards. Honestly, team captain today should have been Justin Herbert with a little Ladd McConkey and some Gadsden, a little Vidal in there. Sprinkle in some JJ if you had the credits for it, or some Addison. Either way. Okay, guys, how are y'all doing? I'm cooked. Carson Wentz cooked me. Send them back to Lumbridge, says Gray on Cade. Gray Sun Cade. Got it. Got it. Thank you to all of y'all with your super chats today. Thank you for becoming channel members today. Thanks for helping us get to 55,000. I'm scared to peak, so I'm not going to peak just yet. In the meantime, what I will do is talk about the next few games right now. Next 5 games for the Minnesota Vikings. Vikings at Lions, Ravens at Vikings, Bears at Vikings, then Vikings at Packers, and Vikings at Seahawks. These are the next 5 weeks for the giant purple people eaters who will be leaving this game most likely 3-4. Vikings going to be 3-4 after this one. Should be a tough one. Shout out to Chad Millman and Simon Hunter on this great pick. Make myself a nice chicken dinner. Winner, winner, Jonathan. Winner, winner, Jonathan. Congratulations. Whoops. Screenshot. Screenshot of this. Yeah, good opportunity to do that. That is your schedule for the next 5 weeks. By the way, your schedule for the next 5 weeks, if you're a Chargers fan, you can take those there as well. Week 12 bye right here. Tough schedule, says Unc. Yeah, for real. All right, guys, Chargers with the football. It's a 1st and 10 from the 48, a snap and a handoff. This time looks like Patterson will pick up 1 yard. It brings up a 2nd down and 9. Clock starts ticking. 2nd down and 8 coming up right now. We'll get to this during our next commercial break. For now, stats on the right-hand side. This should help you guys out for fantasy football purposes. If you want me to scroll up or down, just let me know. Bolts, Chargers, let's go, says WFU123. J.J. McCarthy will definitely be starting next week. Yeah, J.J. McCarthy will definitely be starting next week. 2nd down and 8. 11 minutes left to go in this football game. They will probably keep this one on the ground. The Vikings are showing blitz. It's a snap and a handoff. This time to the right-hand side. Vidal will get those yards that he needs and then some inside the 40, down at the 39-yard line across midfield. Call it the 36. That's good for a Los Angeles Chargers. 1st down. 1st down for the Chargers. Is Quentin Johnston playing? Be more over. I wish he was. I mean, he is playing, but he's been killing me, dude. Honestly, he's been killing me. I put so many eggs in the Quentin Johnston basket, and I feel like a big old dummy right now. All I need is my dog. What on earth, Mark? Okay, man, to each their own. To each their own. Is tomorrow have another one? I do have another game tomorrow, guys, but it's not football. It will be Major League Baseball for the World Series. This run to the left-hand side, going to be no gain, 2nd down and 10. I'll also have a baby strapped to my chest for the first few innings, but I will be live. I will be live. Change his number from 1 to 0, says Mr. Izzy Dizzy. Thank you, Wally G. World Series Game 1 tomorrow. That is correct, Sirius Moonlight. I can dress. I do cover college football, but only during the postseason. Only during the postseason. Dodgers, that is correct. Dodgers and Blue Jays tomorrow night. Game starts at 7, guys. I'll be live at like 6:30. Waiting for the snap. Here it is. A handoff to the right-hand side. Looks like it'll be a loss of 3 yards there. Maybe a loss of 5 yards there for Vidal. Let's see where they mark this one. There's a flag on the play. Let's find out what the flag is. Is this going to be a face mask? Oh, that's definitely a face mask against Metellus. That'll be an automatic 1st down. Personal foul. Face mask number 44 on the defense. That'll be a 15-yard penalty and an automatic 1st down. So 1st down picked up for the Chargers. Another one. Drake throwing out first pitch, says Avery Kindred. Is he? Is he? DeGrassi throwing out the first pitch. Jets have made the Chargers to look like a super team, says Ikoe. I'm telling you, man, y'all sleeping on the Chargers. I've been saying the Chargers going to win this division. They're the best team in the AFC West. I don't care if the Chiefs are out there. I don't care if the Broncos are out there. I call it like I see it. Bo Nix, who have they played? What, they barely squeezed out a win against the Giants? Whatever, man. Not impressed. They beat the Jets? Okay, cool. Like, come on. Chargers out here, they didn't even really make playoffs last year. The Broncos didn't if the Chiefs didn't give them a free win. Here's the handoff on 1st and 10 from the 22-yard line. Takes it down to the 18. This will bring up a 2nd down and 6. 2nd down and 6. Not saying that the Broncos are a terrible team. I just don't think that they're as good as the Chargers. I just don't think that they're as good as the Chargers. Chargers, I think, will make playoffs for sure. Kansas City Chiefs, we'll see if they can keep up this pace. Rashee Rice coming back made them look good. Chiefs Kingdom going to be solid. Chargers, they're a little banged up, man. They're a little banged up. If they had all of their players, if they had Rashawn Slater as well, man, I think that they would do really well. This is going to be a great job right here defensively by the Minnesota Vikings to get a bag on this play. It'll bring up a 3rd down and about 12 here. 3rd down and 14. Great job by Allen there to make the play on the Minnesota Vikings defense there. So Allen gets a sack. It's a 3rd down and 14. The clock will continue to tick. The Chargers going to play this 3rd down and likely end up having to punt, but they're going to keep the clock ticking now. Yeah, imagine if the Chargers had Slater, Hampton, and Najee. That's what I'm saying, Miguel. Here's the snap. There's the handoff, right-hand side. Looks like Vidal is still serviceable. Vidal on 3rd down and 14 takes this one to the 17-yard line. That'll be a solid run right here. It brings up a 4th down and maybe 6. Maybe a 4th down and 6, 4th down and 5. 4th down and 5 coming up, and it's going to be a field goal. Okay. No worries, Sirius. I see you. Vikings still around 500. Don't give up on them. Jets all the way, says CBK Game Adventures. 31-10. 31-10. That is the count. 34-yard field goal attempt coming up here from Cam Dicker. Cam Dicker, 34 yards, will kick this one up, and this one will be good. And this time, 3 more points on the board. Okay, so Dicker gets the point. There it is. Who needed the over? Need the over at 44.5. You need 1 more point, Avery. Yikes, dude. You need 1 more point, do ya? Well, that's close. Okay, guys, we didn't get a chance to break this down. Chargers next 5 games. Chargers next 5 games. Chargers Titans. That should be a middle of the day game. Probably not going to cover this one, but I will be live in week 10 for Steelers Chargers Sunday Night Football. Back to back. I guess not back to back. This week the Chargers have this Thursday night game. This week, the Steelers have Sunday Night Football against the Green Bay Packers. And then 2 weeks from then, by the way, I believe next week in Week 9, it's going to be Steelers and Colts. And I will be covering the Steelers and Colts game for the midday game at 12 p.m. So that should be a good one. Wow, who expected Vidal to torch the Vikings? Definitely not me, dude. Definitely not me. Anyways, pretty simple schedule here, guys. That should be a win. This one should be a win, and that should be a win. Plus, they get a bye week. It kind of feels like the Chargers are just going to coast their way. And this is another part of why I believe that this team can actually win the division. This is a legitimate reason why I think this team can win the division. These are just the next 5 weeks. There's still plenty of football left to be played before the end of the season. But we are approaching the midway point, guys. After next week, we're midway done with the season, and all of a sudden we start looking at the playoff picture here. Playoff picture, players, teams going to start clinching here at some point soon. Going to start clinching here in the next month or two, so keep an eye on it. Keep an eye on it. Major League Baseball, the playoffs are set, guys. The playoffs are done. We are now in the World Series. It is the advancing team here in the Blue Jays versus these LA Dodgers. The Dodgers and the Blue Jays, oh boy, that's going to be a good one. By the way, we're also going to be picking up on some basketball here. We'll see how many basketball streams we will be fitting in. Probably only going to focus on some marquee matchups right now, but you never know. Ooh, so close. Ooh, so close. Ooh, so close. Let's go. Let's go. 55K. Bang, bang. Thank you, guys. Let's go. We got to 55,000 on this live stream. Our next goal is to get to 60. We'll do this $5,000 at a time, guys. Thank y'all so much for hanging out with me, even though this is a completely one-sided game. You guys are still kind enough to give me some of your time tonight. Thank you guys for hanging out. Let's get back to it. We got to 55K. Here is the kickoff. The Chargers send this back over. And here are the officials calling this a touchback, a 1st and 10 from the 35-yard line coming out for the Minnesota Vikings. Let's see if they continue to operate with Carson Wentz. Let's see if they continue to operate with Carson Wentz here. Thank you, Robert Samora. George saying you deserve 100K. That's what we're working towards, George. It's a slow burn right now, but if you guys want to help speed up the process, you know what to do. Like, comment, subscribe, and share. Like, comment, subscribe, and share. Maybe you've got a cousin or an uncle or someone like me who's mentally unstable and remains a Cowboys fan in your life, and you want to give them the games, you can send them our way. A windup and a throw to the right-hand side. Catch is made. Carson Wentz connects with Justin Jefferson. 2nd down and 8 coming up now with 6:51 on the board. Caesar saying, órale. What's going on, Cesar? Los Dodgers? Ya tú sabes, Cesar? Órale, los Dodgers. 2nd down and 8 coming up. Shotgun formation. Here is the snap. The 4-man rush coming in. Carson Wentz goes through progressions. Carson Wentz is on the run. He will wind up and throw. This time it's batted away. Incomplete pass. Stops the clock with 3rd down. 3rd down and 8 coming up right now. Cowboys fan. I meant mentally unstable. I know, Jeremy. That was just trying to drop a little joke on myself. Pues sí, dice Luna. Okay. And here is Luis saying, duck the Fodgers. Duck the Fodgers out there. How many field goals do they need, says Michael Castro. To get 24 points, they would need 8 field goals. 8. And that would tie it. They wouldn't even win. 6 minutes and 28 seconds left to go out of the shotgun this time on 3rd down and 8. Pressure coming in. Carson Wentz going to throw this one. Wall getting hit. It's 4th down and 8. And Carson Wentz looks absolutely terrible right now. Eric Duardo dice que bien español. Felicidades. Gracias, Eric. Thank you very much. Random question. Each division has 4 teams. Team 1 loses all 6 division games but wins the rest. Team 2 wins all 6 division games but loses the rest. Does Team 1 still win the division? Yes, because, well, I mean, the win-loss record counts, Brock. That's a heck of a question right now. I'll get you an answer. 4th down and 8. Here is the snap. Going to wind up and throw on 4th down. The pass incomplete. And this will bring up a 1st down for the L.A. Chargers with 6:19 left to go. Carson Wentz just wants to go home, man. Carson Wentz has thrown in the towel. Carson Wentz has thrown in the towel. Okay. Here is your scenario out here brought up by Brock in a response generated by ChatGPT. In a response generated by ChatGPT. So I'm going to try to plug this in. I'm limited to how many characters I can put. Okay. That's part 1. Here's part 2. And here's part 3 to answer your question. To answer Brock's question right here, it has been answered at the bottom right there. Only one team has 11 wins, the other has 6. Yeah, that's pretty obvious. Anyone remember the World Series during the 1989 earthquake? No. No. Team 2 wins all division games but loses the other 6. Yeah, that's definitely right. Okay, Vikings. Sucks to lose. Sucks to lose. Bad day. It does. Okay. Math question from junior high school, says the Serious Moonlight. Uh-oh, math questions. Candlestick Park. Oh, we're going way back out here, huh, Sean? They might sweep, says Steven. Keenan Allen, total receiving yards today. Total receiving yards today for Keenan Allen, 44. 5 targets, 4 receptions for 44 yards. All right, Manuel, you take care, my friend. I will be here for the rest of this one. Waiting around, guys. We are still sticking around because for those of y'all playing fantasy football, this game still matters. This game still matters to fantasy football players. Thank you, guys, for helping us get to 55K today. We've got baseball tomorrow. It's going to be another good day. Hopefully it's not a blowout tomorrow. Hopefully we end up with a close game. Will they use Allen, asks Eli. I don't know. Overall record will always play first for sure. But if there's a tie, then the overall record will always go first. But because of those divisional matchups, you'll notice some discrepancies. Like if we look down here, this one is specifically more for the fact that they tied. But if you look across the NFC, I've got the division records right now. Philadelphia Eagles up front. Cowboys are 3-3. Commanders are actually 3-4. They had one more loss. Those are those right now. Here's the snap. There's the handoff. This will be a 3, maybe a 4-yard gain. Here comes a $10 super chat from Scratch Flanagan. Thank you, Scratch. Terrible game for me as a Vikings fan, but this is a great show. Keep it up. Thank you, Scratch Flanagan. I appreciate that, sir. I appreciate your support on the channel. I appreciate you hanging around with us. Carson Wentz looks like he is literally crying on the sideline right now. He's got to be hurt. He's got to be frustrated. There's nothing he can do. They're keeping him out there right now. Carson Wentz fighting through some serious pain. I got a 2nd down and 8. I kind of feel bad for Carson Wentz right now. Here's the snap from the 34-yard line. A handoff to Vidal, and Vidal will take – it's actually Patterson. Patterson will pick up 6 yards on 2nd down and 8. It's a 3rd down and 2. 3rd down and 2 coming up right now. This is an unpredictable year, says Roy Williams. Wake up on the right side. I think first tiebreaker is head-to-head. Second tiebreaker is record in division games, says Tony Rings. I don't. He deserves it, says Serious Larry. Yikes. Clock is ticking, folks. I've got a 3rd down and 1 on my screen. The line to gain here is the 26-yard line. The snap and the handoff. This time he will get past the 26. It will keep the chains moving. And we've got about 5 minutes until this game is over. At this point, we're kind of just hanging out and seeing how many yards Patterson's going to rack up here. Looks like Vidal is going to check in. Vikings fans a little frustrated at this one. The clock stays hot, guys. Clock stays hot. Need a field goal. Game over, says Avery Kindred. Is Alien in? A 40 burger? It's possible out here, Marcus Kelly. They could get a 40 burger. They need a tutty, though. They need a touchdown, though. Looks like Promo Ghoul checking in. BG's or Jesus. Hawkinson. That's funny. So that was a 1st down, guys. After that 1st down pickup, this next run going to be a 2nd down and 9, a 1-yard gain, football to the 23. Okay, guys, just chilling, says Isaiah. Thank you, Marvin Merriman. Is the game still on, says Pasty K8. Yes, the clock is ticking right now. 3 minutes and 45 seconds left to go. Looks like Cam Dicker might line up for one more field goal. This would just be an insurance policy that they don't need. Up by 24 at this point. A one-sided game. Watch these numbers. Bet early for over, says Frank. Here's the snap. Here's the handoff. Looks like this one will go backwards. It's a 3rd down and about 11 after a few yards lost right there. That's a tackle for a loss. Nyheim Hines got the carry this time. It brings up a 3rd down and 13. Bigger loss than expected. My first time on the chat, Isaiah Garcia. Gracias, mi amigo, por estar aquí. Appreciate you being here, says first time. What CD was I fiddling with? Not a CD, bro. It's actually these really cool coasters that we have. Their records. They're these record coasters. We keep them just around, just extra coasters. Here's the snap on 3rd down and 12. A handoff to the left-hand side. Looks like Patterson not going to go anywhere. It brings up a 4th down and 14. The clock will continue to tick. This should take us to the 2-minute warning where the Chargers should likely kick a field goal. And then after kicking the field goal, they'll send this back to the Vikings for one final drive. Mario, ever fart? No, I definitely do not. Wait, what? Why would you ask that, Travis? No, bro. Why on earth? That reminds me of that episode of South Park. Love the Vikings, says Marva Merriman. Is Jalen Naylor in the game for the Vikings? He is. He did get a target today. Hasn't been very good for him. Jalen Naylor, you can see his numbers right here. 1 target, no receptions. A lot of players got targeted. No catches out there. Efficient animal saying cupping farts. Okay. Okay, how about a quiz, asks the Serious Moonlight. 1 quiz per day, Serious Moonlight, 1 quiz per day. Papa Lock, thank you very much. Thank you for the coverage, he says. Appreciate you checking in. We are at the 2-minute warning, and I have not stopped my clock yet. But we are at the 2-minute warning, so we are in the middle of a break. When we get back, 4th down and 13 will likely be a field goal here for the Chargers. Likely. Jefferson getting locked up this quarter, says Marcus Kelly. That's pretty bad for JJ, huh? Those Chargers got me thinking about Sean Merriman. Lights out. Not even a fan of the Vikings, but bro did really want to cry. Lost $5. I ain't crying. My team beat the Bolts. Like, that's tough, True. That's tough, True Yun G. True Yun G. Here comes that field goal for Cam Dicker. 1 more field goal. Farts and bacon, says Efficient Animal. 2-minute warning for the Vikes' entire season. Can you please call the score request? The score is 34-10, Courtney. The score is 34-10. Chargers down by 20, up by 24. A 45-yard field goal attempt coming up here for these Chargers, and this one is going to go up, and this one will be good. So it makes it a 27-point game, 37-10, and the Chargers. Dicker, my kicker. Field goal is good. Don't mess with Dicker, the kicker. Here is the over, says the Serious Moonlight. The over has officially hit 47 points. If you took the over, you're feeling pretty good about it. Going to get 1 more kickoff. We are going to get 1 more kickoff. We might get 2 if they end up having to punt here. The Vikings could just keep this football on the ground and go home, or they can try for some consolation prizes. If I'm Minnesota, man, this game is done. Stick a fork in it. Hand this off to your running back. DJ Gene saying, is anything is possible? Yo, what's good, says Andrew Q. What's good, Andrew Q? Thanks for checking in. Good bounce back, says True. Vikings are tired, says Kevin T. Honestly, a little bit. George plays Clash Royale. What's going on, Mark? 15 fantasy points for Cam Dicker and Yahoo. You'll take that. Cameron Dicker, the kicker, going off today. Can't believe the Vikings let Sam Darnold walk, says Tony Rings. Robert Zamora saying, this game is over. Robert saying it's over. You're not wrong, brother. You're not wrong. I need a 28-point Hail Mary. Is that a thing? Can you do that? Thank you, Andrew. Cheers to you, sir. 156 left to go. We hit 55K, DJ. We hit 55K. 55K. Chargers uniforms are old school, says Marcus. Old school. Jeremy Hottenstein. Benjamin Murphy, I see you checking in 55K. You've been hit by, you've been struck by a smooth criminal. 1st and 10 coming up. Motion on the field right now. Shotgun formation waiting for the snap. Here it is, looking to the right-hand side. Looks like they have pulled Carson Wentz a little bit late. Catch made on the right-hand side. This time Brosmer going to pick up a 5-yard gain right there on the right-hand side. Here's Brosmer to do his thing. Hope they had garbage time. So if you had Brosmer, guys, here's a chance for him. Shotgun formation, 2 receivers left, 1 on the right. Oh, that's going to be a big flinch. This could be a false start on the offense. We'll see who it goes on. Going to see who it's charged to. I won 10K, says Bink. Bink checking in. Thanks for checking in. Awesome, says Isaiah. Encroachment on the defense on 2nd down and 5. This will be a 5-yard penalty resulting in a first down. So 1st and 10 coming up now after the encroachment penalty. Encroachment coming up after 1st and 10 after that one. Annie, are you okay? Are you okay, Annie? Here we go. 1st and 10. 1 minute and 52 seconds left to go. I got a 1st and 10, a shotgun formation. 2 receivers on the left, 1 on the right. Here's the snap looking left. Brosmer going to wind up and throw. That pass is incomplete with 147, 146 left to go. It's 2nd down and 10. 2nd down and 10. 146, stop the clock. Football at the Minnesota 45. Football at the Minnesota 45. We'll scroll up just a little bit so you can see the numbers on the right-hand side. Minnesota Vikings with the football right now. Vikings at their 45-yard line. Here's the snap. There's the handoff to the right-hand side. Gets out past the 50, down to the 49-yard line. This will bring up a 3rd down, maybe a 3rd down and 4 after a 6-yard gain. 3rd down and 4 after a 6-yard gain. The Vikings going to go ahead and continue to keep this football on the ground. No need to hurry up and get back. No timeouts going to be called right here. The clock will continue to tick. The clock will continue to tick. Keith Galloway, first time here. Thank you, Keith, for checking in, my friend. Cheers to you, brother. I quit. It's time to sell the Vikings home game, says Lance. 3rd down and 4, 49-yard line, shotgun formation. 2 receivers on the right-hand side, 1 on the left. Here's the snap, dropping back, looking to the right. Brosman going to wind up and throw. Catch is made. That's good for a 1st down. Stops the clock with 57 seconds as well. So 1st down, Minnesota Vikings. Catch will be made on the right-hand side here. Looks like Scott makes the grab. So Brosmer throwing to the right-hand side. Finds Scott on the right-hand side. He runs that out for a 5-yard pickup. Brosmer just doing his thing at this point. Let's go Lions, says Strong Lion NFL. What's going on, Strong Lion NFL? Shotgun formation from the 44-yard line. The snap comes in, 4-man rush. Brosmer going to wind up and throw to the right-hand side. Catch will be made, staying in bounds. Gets this clock ticking here. We will see one more play, and this game will be over. All they need to do is do one more play. At least y'all ain't the Raiders, says Must Be Nice. Facts. That's a tough one. Pepto, says the serious Moonlight. What a shocking score, says Dete. Yeah, it was definitely a blowout, Dete. That's going to be a good, strong run on the right-hand side this time. And that should be the final play of the game. It was good for a Vikings 1st down. It was a 14-yard run over to the right-hand side. And this will do it, ladies and gentlemen. This will be your final score here. That'll do it. This will be your final. Vikings going to lose this game 37-10. Vikings lose the game 37-10. Congratulations to the Chargers. The Chargers get the win today. We do have more games tomorrow. Guys and gals, if y'all are interested in Major League Baseball and looking to check out the World Series, I will be live for the World Series opening game tomorrow. Come back for more action. I will be here for you. Did Wentz win a Super Bowl? He did win a Super Bowl, but not as the starting quarterback. He took the team to a solid record. Nick Foles did the rest of it. Bills need a win this week, says Kenneth. Need one for sure. Update team records, says Jam. Says Jimin. Okay, we can update that. Scrolling by at the bottom, NFC North, Green Bay Packers, Minnesota Vikings are now 3-4. Oof. Minnesota Vikings are now going to be 3-4, trailing the division. Troy saying, see you tomorrow. Thanks, guys. Dete checking in game 1, saying, let's go, Jays. I see you, Dete. I see you, Steve. How do we come back now, says Andrew. That's a tough one there. Be smooth, chat. Be smooth, Mario. Thanks, Dr. Jeremy. Appreciate you checking in, bro. Another good day, another live stream, man. Great to have you, bro. QJ was a letdown. Talk about it. Big goose eggs for him. World Series, says Isaiah. I got to see ya. Isaiah, ya tú sabes, mi amigo. La Serie Mundial, lo vamos a ver mañana. Is the World Series coverage through the same channel, Tony Rings? It sure is, sir. It sure will be. Gray saying good game. You cover more games and different sports. Glenn, we cover quite a bit, my friend. We cover quite a bit out here. Goodbye Wednesday saying, thanks, man. Appreciate you, Goodbye Wednesday. Thanks for that super chat earlier today as well. Ward Hanold saying, Mario, thank you for the commentary. Thank you for being here again, Ward. Tony Ring saying, gracias. De nada, mi amigo, de nada. Missed my over by 1 pass, says, Blake, sorry, bro. Okay, what time? Andrew, I'll be live. Okay, so I will have the baby with me tomorrow. I try not to do extended pre-games. I always do pre-games. I'll show you what it looks like. So I always do the pre-games and break down the stats out here. Not just the schedule, right, but we break down the stats, the batting, the defense, the postseason numbers for both teams here as well. I'll do this for both teams. Obviously, you know, we break down all of the numbers, all this stuff. I love doing this kind of stuff. I need to do a couple of updates tonight. That's okay. Who's your pick for Steelers and Packers? I'm taking the Packers for that one, bro. My wife would kill me if I took the Steelers. Anyways, I will be live tomorrow at around 7 p.m. Central Standard Time, guys. The opening pitch should be at about 7:08. Let me just double check right now. Yeah, opening pitch tomorrow is going to be at 7, so I'll probably be live at 6:45, guys. I'll probably be live at 6:45 p.m. tomorrow night to cover the World Series. Should be good. Should be a good one. I'm excited for Game 1, bro. I think the Dodgers are something special, but I think the Blue Jays are going to be hard to compete with. We'll see how it goes. All right, guys. Also, please do not forget to sign up for the weekly pick'ems. This is the schedule for the week, y'all. I'm dropping it in the chat one more time. Thank you very much, Brian Hudson. I see that comment, bro. Let's go, Brian. Let's do this thing, man. Sammy learning how to call games. He's going to be learning early for sure. Today, buenas noches a todos, says Tony Rings. Love from Cleveland. Thanks, my friend. Cheers to you. Mario picked the Steelers, says Dan. We got to do more pick'ems videos. All right, guys. Here are these. Subscribing is absolutely free, Andrew. I think you just have to close the chat to do so. Okay, guys. I'm going to leave y'all with that link in the chat if you're looking for a chance to win $100 courtesy of Football Nation. It is free to play. Click the links. Sign up right there. Andrew saying so we can collaborate. Andrew, click on that link. Go to the website. Go to where it says contact. I'm looking at you directly, Andrew. Go to that link. Click where it says contact. Send me an email. Send me a direct message email. I'm the only one who reads those emails. It is my website. I don't have like a huge team behind all of this. We're still in the infancy right now. We barely got to 55,000 subscribers tonight. So if you want to reach out to me, send me a message. Send me a personalized message on the website, footballnationusa.com. All right, guys, that's it. I'm going to go ahead and disappear. Yes, Dete, Canadians can play. Can play. That's all I've got for y'all. These times are listed at Central Standard Time, so keep that in mind here as well. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Mario. You've been watching Football Nation, and until next time, let's effing go. Peace out, y'all.